Okay, so
great series. Can't wait for the next season.
I know it's really, really good, but I don't want to get too deep into the premise. But there's a video game, and these scientists, one character at a time, are trapped in like an ancient civilization that's like thousands of years in the past, and the civilization is asking the scientists to just formally predict when the next like cataclysm will come, based upon all of their records, right? So one physicist, what he does is, this is a kingdom, so they have soldiers, and he tells all of the soldiers, like millions of people, to stand in alignment as a human abacus, such that when he gives one instruction involving his calculation, a messenger goes down and tells exactly which people to move and arrives with the final result. So that's all a computer is. You can do it. That's what an organic computer would look like, because it's just zeros and ones. We can do a yes or a no function. We can also do a maybe though, right? They're working on that. You know, maybe quantum will be more like us.
What's the?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that should really watch it.
It's so cool, the human abacus.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Yeah,
I think our ability to have a sense of self might actually get in the way of. I mean, we don't really know how our minds actually work. We know very little about the brain, and we know basically next to nothing. We don't even know if we have free will. So I think it's jumping to a conclusion way too quickly to say that something else wouldn't be able to replicate the same process that we constantly do, simply because really for no reason other than we're just different and we have some sort of organic way to process things.
I'm saying there's a qualitative problem in trying to compare the human experience to an abstract space like computers, right? Like math. I can't express the human experience in math. I can express a ton of quantities in math, but I can't express love or justice or peace. Even equality is primarily a math concept that led into civil rights conversations.
Well, so what do you say? This might be a little bit out there, but what do you think of the idea that our algorithms are actually basically subtly programming us to act a certain way, and we're not even aware that we're responding and acting a certain way because of an algorithm forming. Yeah,
that's true, but that's true anyway, right? Meaning, like, the algorithm of nature affects you. The algorithm of culture and community affects you. The algorithm of statehood and citizenship and language all affect you.
Right, but this algorithm can be fine-tuned for specific outcomes.
Right. The question is whether or not a person can effectively manage these forces. Can someone control the manipulations of people? And that remains to be seen. I'm skeptical, because humans are... Like, listen, I get it. Humans can be manipulated, definitely in large numbers. But each specific human, I just don't think you can control them exactly. Every time you try, A, they don't like control and they push against it. B, they're creative and innovative. Like, they invented the technology you are trying to use to oppress them. They will find ways around it if they want.
Well, I mean, I think the question is, and this is going to sound maybe a bit crazy, but it's not whether or not you can control humans, but whether or not, like, to what extent are we actually in control of ourselves?
It's a good question.
I mean, I think it's
like how much of your choices is based on, let's say, your genetics, right? Stuff totally beyond your control. And then let's say how much of what you do is based on the way your parents raised you. Again, not your choice. And then how much of you is based off of the ideas you thought were good after all of that development at the age of like 19?
Or you could even go farther. Those are good examples. But like preferences, for example, how much control do you actually have over your preferences? Like if you prefer something, you like something, you
Bro,
much control over the fact that you do. Like, you can't hate something simply because you want to hate it. I mean, you can try to like manifest some weird like psycho whatever mechanism to like convince yourself that this chocolate cake isn't the greatest thing I've ever tasted because it's going to make me fat. But at the end of the day, you still love that chocolate
At
cake.
the end of the day, as they like to
chicken
say,
shit is never going to taste like that chocolate cake, and you're never going to enjoy it.
I think you're mixing up two types of concepts. One is a physiological response that you have, like what's it called? Like, you don't have control over what tastes good or not. So that's a physiological mechanism in your body. And then the other is like your actual preference, like whether I like capitalism or socialism. Like that's like that encompasses a set of values that because I have this sort of aesthetic view, because I have this moral framework, I'll have this preference over that. So you're conflating like physiological things with actual values.
No. What he's saying is somewhat true. I mean, like, I either like or dislike this thing. It's kind of difficult to make someone dislike water. But interestingly, strangely, you actually can. Right? We can take things that you prefer, that you desire, and through steady practice, we can get you to hate it, even if you don't want to hate it. We can control you. And you can do it to yourself as well. So again, even though preferences are somewhat...
Wait, expand on that. What are you referring to?
Okay, let's say I like pumpkin pie. I do. I like pumpkin pie, right? It is not impossible for a person to condition me through torturing or simple manipulation to hate pumpkin pie. It is a possible thing. And it's infinitely more possible if I'm the one trying to do it. That's the real measure of free will. That I can have a preference and I can force myself to change it.
And forcing yourself to change it, just to be, you're saying beyond just by change it, you don't just mean by not actually choosing it, but literally not enjoying it.
Like, for example, let's say a person has...
My phone's about to die. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's say a person has a bad habit of shoplifting, right? It's a habit. He did it at some point when he needed to, and he realized that it was easy, and he has set up like a kind of way to do it. He can stop. He knows the problems, right? But he wants to do it, and he likes to do it. If he were to decide to not, it would be very easy for him to change that behavior, A, because everyone's already on board with not doing that. But what I'm saying is I could force him even without. That's somewhat the premise of the prison system, if they were to actually try to improve people.
Yeah, I have to think about that more.
Yeah, like think about addicts. And what I'm trying to say is that like the preferences are innate. That's where your body naturally goes. But the weird thing with humans is that we're more than our bodies. Look at our bodies. Our bodies are not animalistic. We're walking upright. Our tails have gone. Right? That's strange. We forced that over millennia of evolution. We forced ourselves to stand up. Now, you could say
stand up!
Innate. It's just the way the human animal acts.
And lose your
Go to
tail!
the moon. Like, how many times do we have to disprove to ourselves that we're not animals?
Well, when you say we forced that,
Yeah.
I don't. Well, that's kind of an interesting sort of concept because
What force of life was grasping out, demanding arms, and then demanding fingers? What force within the life was demanding thought, demanding language, demanding writing?
The ones that survived.
What animalistic desire forced all of those things?
The ones that survived. Like, when you say forced, That's where it's like I don't disagree that like this was the inevitable outcome, I suppose, but
I don't agree with you. I think the inevitable outcome would be a level of intelligence sufficient to survive within the ecosystem, like every other animal does with their abilities. Claws, night vision, tails, climbing, flight, swimming, breathing. Every single one, they get to a level where they're one marker above everyone else and survive over and over. The humans did something else.
But using the voices could
superpower.
make them
They created
useful.
the atomic device of intelligence.
well, yeah, but I mean, I don't disagree, but what I would say is the question is why did that happen? What was it actually? Because I mean, look, you're aware. My phone can't find my charger, so when I cut out, I'll be back when I find my charger. But I mean, what's interesting is, for example, I don't know what other species out there. I'm sure there's one that's fairly close. But like, is it us choosing to do this, or like, is it something as simple as, well, we would not exist, we would not survive if we didn't adapt a certain way, because humans are basically retards until they're like 9 or 10 years old, or maybe 7 years old.
How does it supercharge? It should only be like the intelligence of an octopus for a monkey to be better than all the other animals. We're beyond that. Way, way beyond that.
I mean, yes and no. It's what we're calling intelligence here is like there's trade-offs. There's trade-offs for sure. I don't know if it's the chimpanzees, but for example, there was some study that was done where they're actually significantly better than us with like short-term memorization. I don't know if you know, being very vague, but there was something. It was an experiment, something along the lines where it was you'd be showed X amount of images or shapes on a screen, and they'd be in a certain place, and they wanted to see like how many could you remember exactly which shape was where. And I don't know if it was the chimpanzee. One of the monkeys was actually significantly better than humans, even like humans today, at this one task. And I forget what the sort of the thought process behind it was, that there was a trade-off, that they're able to memorize things.
No, human memory has gotten worse because humans' ability to offset its memory into a physical storage unit has infinitely increased. It started with writing, and now we have computers that basically talk to us based on records we are storing within them.
Oh yeah, well, that's like recalling. That's like learning from something.
Because our technology is amazing.
Oh well, yeah, I don't disagree that that's having an effect for sure. But we're talking about two different things. Like the ability to memorize something. This isn't like you're not learning when you're memorizing exactly.
Oh, there it goes.
Couldn't keep a charge.
What was the point of that argument?
No fucking point.
Wasn't exactly an argument.
It's the same
We were
bullshit.
discussing free will, determinism, and the animality or uber-animality of humans.
He kept agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
disagree
what I'm
with
saying.
you.
He wasn't
I don't disagree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, he wasn't arguing. He was just trying to work through his ideas on determinism and free will.
Yeah, but this is Clubhouse. We're used to people arguing.
I'm sorry.
Do better, mix up.
Ahoy,
You're looking for.
Nope.
Hello,
Why do you keep doing that
Why are you
entrance?
Why are you saying it like that?
What do you
Hello?
think you keep doing what?
Popping into a room going, hello?
Oh, I'm here in the room. I've been here, but you guys went quiet, so I said hello. But I've been kind of listening to you, kind of like a background noise, you and Lou, and I just know that he ran out of battery.
Bobadilla.
Where you been?
I've been in Portugal. I just got back this morning.
Oh, that's so cool. Where were you in Portugal?
Nice. Did you go surfing, son?
No. I was cooped up in a hotel room. Basically, I was there for a film festival. I was part of.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Film festival.
Yep.
You should go to Sundance.
Or
Well,
Cannes.
Tribeca.
I'm gonna be.
Also not as close as Cannes.
Well, I live like an hour away from Cannes.
Right. That's why I'm saying it's weird to suggest.
Oh! You said Tribeca. Yeah. I got it.
Like you want him to fly over to the Americas when he's got the Cannes Film Festival.
I can always get you passes to events at Tribeca. Sign it.
Sick. Yeah, I'm fucking down. When is the Tribeca Film Festival? September?
It just happened like a little bit ago. I didn't go to any events though.
Oh yeah, this says June 5th, the 16th.
Maybe I'm thinking of New York Film Festival. I forget. There was some film festival. This film festival, the production just started it like 4 years ago, or this film festival specifically started it 4 years ago. They're the first. Basically, it's like this. These guys from London, they started the first film festival in Portugal, and like basically they promote it like that. And we got like a bunch of they gotten like a bunch of sponsors over the last few years, and it's just been growing like really well. Did we get a good crowd this year? Yeah, there was huge films. We had guys from like Dune. We had guys from what's it called? Like there was a few Disney movies. There was a few. Wait, you said we? Did you organize it? Or are you part of the? Well, I'm just part of the guys who organize it. Yeah. Nice. I'm the colorist for like the film festival, basically. Like all of the social media, all of the main like production video that they put out. Like I'm the one who color grades it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is. That's really cool.
Because we do like a recorded production of like everybody accepting the awards, and like there's like hosts, and then they bring up all of the winners and stuff like that. So at the end, there's a huge video that gets released.
Oh, hey, Fish.
Fellas.
Maybe we could talk sometime, Simon. Me and my buddies built an app, and I'm pretty much in charge of the social media. Maybe you could give me some tips and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Simon needs to go do his professional network outside of these rooms because it's fucking boring.
That's why I said maybe we could talk sometime.
Boring.
I am actually in sports. I am in sports, and the technology I use is very fascinating.
Pretty good at.
Well, I just do my working network in these rooms.
I don't either. You just asked me where I was.
Ethan, when are you going to hook me up with Champions League tickets? Let's go.
Yeah, seriously. Oh fuck! I'm probably like, actually, you know what? David travels across the world for games, so he's probably a bigger fan. But
Yeah, actually.
I love football too.
I mean, you would still have to pay for them because I don't get them for free. but just the fact that I mean, you can have access to them, it's already a big thing, you know.
That's right.
Because these tickets are impossible to get.
Okay, Isa, we got it. You're well connected.
Well, yeah, one of my best friends is the son of the second in command of UEFA.
So
I mean,
how
still
much,
lets you pay for tickets. That's kind of gay.
how much are the tickets for the finals? And
Is he cute?
Oh, nah. I mean, he's not bad looking, but I don't see him like that.
There's a good
And he's
chance.
good girlfriend.
There's a good chance he comes from an anti-Semitic family. You might be comfortable with such a.
He's Italian.
Oh, definitely an anti-Semite.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Italian and UEFA, 100%.
Yeah.
well, the Italians, they don't like a lot of people.
No,
Yeah,
he's,
my dad
he's a
is-
very sweet guy.
My dad is very
And
anti-Semitic.
definitely not anti-Semitic. He's actually kind of. He is very politically correct.
Yeah,
That's kind of gay.
I agree with a lot of Italians. And
Politically
they're
correct
always-
people tend to be anti-Semite.
Oh my God! Everything is anti-Semitic for you.
No, just the folks that like care what people say.
It's
And to
the
be,
anti-racist racist.
yeah.
No, but he's not. He's not that.
Remember, you got anti-Semitism on the right. You got the far right who cares what no one says for any reason and decide to hate you. And you got the far left.
Too much of a. He's too much of a good guy. Like he is too good for me. You know, like in a sense, not too good for me. Like I am a bad person or I'm shit, but like almost too innocent or too good.
Good.
You know. Oh.
Okay.
Is he
Okay, well,
too good
Like
for you?
almost, it's almost like he's oblivious. To
You're
life.
saying you don't want to corrupt him.
No, but he is.
Yeah, she's
someone that-
Latina.
He's oblivious to life. Like I need someone that has spark, you know, that knows how to think, that
That's
can
a chutzpah.
that can be smarter than me.
Ace is a defective Latina. Most Latinas say.
Well, I mean,
He
it's
says,
not
he says, I
much.
don't want to corrupt you. Most Latinos say, I will definitely corrupt you and you will.
That's right.
I don't like
But just for the whole woman thing, I mean, it doesn't take much to be smarter than a woman. It just, by your standards, I don't know.
Whoa.
That's
The
right.
default is not that high.
That's true.
I mean, that's not an opinion. That's science, right, Simon?
I mean, science, like capital S. Oh, Andre, I just saw that you joined. Bro, my ears were bleeding listening to that debate, bro. Bleeding. It was so painful to get through that whole thing. Like, every time that guy spoke was like, my ears wanted to vomit blood.
Who was this? Was he debating Randy again?
Postmodernist. What? Like,
So yes.
God, like,
Basically.
fuck. Such bullshit. What a.
But listen, you need to take emotions out of it and just listen to kind of see what the argumentation is and how, like he's using appeal to emotion like every other word. I mean, it's very interesting how he structures it. He's not an idiot, obviously, but he's just very much what is it called? The motivated.
Yeah, truth doesn't exist. I mean, you're pretty much an idiot. It's self-refuting.
What?
Basically, he was a postmodernist that made the claims that like truth doesn't exist. Like basically, reality doesn't exist.
Is that true?
Well, no. What are you looking out into if reality doesn't exist? It's self-refuting position.
I'm saying, if you were to say that it is true that reality doesn't exist, wouldn't you say that something true exists?
Yeah,
I mean, yes, there's that. That's
but what he's doing, he's making a realist statement while acting as if he's
It's
non-realist.
not reality.
Yeah, but the thing is, he says this though. This is kind of the rationalist position. I'll play your game, trying to contradict you while also me not believing in what I say. Because I don't believe in anything. It's kind of a stupid position. That's why all these fucking donkeys live miserable lives.
Yeah.
Anyways, all this to say, I've been listening to a lot of Stephen Hicks.
Man, I got so many YouTube live streamers right now. It's like, what's going on here? Why are there so many people on this one account? And this live stream has been going for 7 hours and 40 minutes. Hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up. We are listening to low IQ dumb people talk about nothing, wasting their time.
Andre, did you watch that discussion with Hicks and Jordan Peterson?
Oh, Andre. Oh, the genius of Ukraine. Fucking moron. Fucking unbelievable. Does it make me feel better to say that people are stupid and wasting their time? Absolutely it does. Absolutely. What happened? We lost all of our YouTube live streamers. Why did you leave me and abandon me in my time of need? Also, we're in 3 clubhouse rooms, 2 low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time. English is a second language. Also, you're in Clubhouse Memes, part of the meme network. I've launched a new media company dedicated to memes. We are dominating the memeverse. Oh my god, my YouTube is exploding. This video is gonna have
Andre,
like hundreds of
you there?
views.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Sorry.
Did you ever watch the discussion with Jordan Peterson and Hicks?
I don't think so. If you can send it to me.
Yeah, no, honestly, don't listen to it.
Were they butting heads because they both alpha males need to enforce their views and opinions?
No, it was even worse than that. It's Jordan Peterson saying absolute gibberish, like 5-minute monologues, just literally about nothing, just for Hicks to be like, well, actually, that's not really how we should be looking at that.
Well, this is the issue. Like Peterson he's coming from the Jungian school, so he starts diving into subconsciousness so much he just basically loses himself there.
I mean, I would definitely agree with that because, it's literally, okay, look, this is basically the entire conversation, okay? Okay, well, break down what epistemology is exactly. Okay, well, epistemology is a theory of knowledge, and then there's these schools of thought. And, this school of thought says this, and this school of thought says that. Okay, but, I view life as, a story, okay? So, that's kind of like the postmodernist way of looking at it because they're, it's kind of like a thought of postmodernism because you're saying there is no external reality. Reality is like this story in front of, yeah, exactly. And he just keeps trying to push this fucking story bullshit and everything that Hicks is saying. And it's like, bro, pay attention and stop thinking, oh, well, the tabernacle is in the middle, and because it's in the middle and it has these side effects in life, it's like, bro, no. I wasn't even.
He's
I wasn't even.
no, no. I mean,
that
he's
one.
so into symbolism and
Yeah.
consciousness that
You
he
sound-
loses. Like he starts on the
you
solid
sound-
ground.
That
And the thing, I mean, I understand where his starting point. Like narratives are important. Storytelling, the mythos is very important, and logos are very important because it's something that makes us different from any other animal. It's something that allows us to,
animal. You are nothing but
to
a
pass
primitive
things
animal.
through generations. Our ability to pass the data, and then data becomes a very important thing. But he makes such a huge deal out of it that there's nothing but data for him. So and then it just he slides down like it's not even a slippery slope with him. It's like a freaking water.
Well, it's literally a brick wall because like they're talking about epistemology, and he goes and says, "Well, my epistemology is basically a story that's in front of my eyes all the time, and then like the external reality is like reflective of this story." And then Hicks corrects him and says, "Well, no, like that's you can't have that."
You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember when Nora and Rodrigo were talking about epistemology? And Rodrigo he was
Who is Rodrigo?
Rodrigo, he's one of my friends. He's like a philosopher. Well, he does a lot of philosophy rooms, and he reads a lot of philosophy. And he has a very.
And he was talking to Nora, the Muslim.
Yeah, so it was funny because I think actually it's Simon's fault. He was in the room, and I came in, and they were discussing epistemology, and then Rodrigo joined in because he was wondering like where the fuck I was, and what was I doing in that room, and so and then Rodrigo tried to explain to her in most simple terms what epistemology actually is, and she was resisting it so hard.
She's not wrong,
He
probably.
just made a mockery out of her. It was.
But why
pretty
does
funny.
she know about epistemology anyway?
She doesn't.
Well, because I brought it up.
doesn't.
I brought it up to her, and then basically she started doing like this whole deep dive, and then she was reading like this Islamic philosopher, and her understand, or not even her understanding, but this Islamic scholar. Me and Andre basically contradicted or demonstrated to her the contradiction of how he's using epistemology in like the Islamic way or method. And she's like, yeah, I know, but like you guys don't really know what you're talking about. And then I started bringing in like a bunch of people like Diego, Rodrigo, and okay, what is epistemology to you, and to you, and to you, and to you? And then everybody said the exact same thing. And she's like, yeah, well, you guys all have it wrong. Because you guys aren't scholars on anything. I was like,
what did they say, Simon?
oh, I don't remember what, I don't know, because it was just wrong at this point.
Okay. For me, epistemology, I think it's like a stance that you would take in the information landscape.
Yeah, it's the theory of knowledge.
Yeah.
How do you know what you know?
So I think it's like I feel like everything that we know is some kind of approximation, and like good approximation / explanation, and then good ones are hard to, like good ones are the ones that most people agree on or like are proven as truthful as possible.
Sure. I mean, I don't really want to get into epistemology now, but like, yeah, I mean, I just like understanding the different theories and then applying the best one for myself.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, Nora was just a funny one, to be honest. Just the logical fallacies up the wazoo.
I mean, it wasn't just a logical fallacy. She was just not getting the definition. She was resisting the actual definition of the word. She was making up her own terminology and then just running away with it. And her terminology was based on some very bizarre, weird Islamic scholar interpretation. And like what he would do, I remember what he was doing. He was like equivocating it with different things that like a layman's version of what epistemology might be. And so he would. I'm noticing this like very often now. Like people just jump around. Like what's his name? Randy does that shit all the time. Like jumps around from one a word that is used in different contexts, making it sound as if it's the same type of word and it should be used in exactly the same manner in all the contexts.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I read him the definition of subjective, like the philosophical meaning of like what subjectivism is, and then he just refused to go by that definition. And I was like, okay, but like you telling me that like I'm subjective means absolutely nothing because you're using that word, like the understanding of that epistemology incorrect. Yeah, and you're just using it. I mean, pun intended, subjectively.
Yeah, it's the same thing with pragmatism.
All right, what if I say I am truly subjectivist today?
You would contain a self-contradiction because you're making an objective statement.
It's time constraint. That's all.
It's limited. Not always.
Okay.
I can change.
But can you really?
Well, today I can if I want to, because I'm subjectivist today.
It's like, yeah, but it would be like,
Andre and Simon, let me ask you this question then. Why do you think they're hesitant, or why do they resist the definition that you guys have provided or is generally accepted?
Because it would destroy his entire worldview of objective reality.
No, I think it has to do with comfort. I think they found something that has a very potent explanatory power for them.
Okay.
And they running with it because it's something that they really like. I mean,
Okay.
Well, you're saying that you both just said the same thing, just a different side.
Yeah. Sorry.
I would say I agree with you that there's like a degree of comfort and familiarity, but I also think that it's essentially kind of language that people don't like learn words by being bestowed upon them the definitions and true meanings as agreed upon by all people. Maybe in France because they do try, but words are developed based on us copying the sounds of others and then applying our own internal meaning to them and then like checking that against everyone else's use of the same sounds. Which is to say, there is no like real definition of the words because they're constantly
Told you it
shifting
was an
because
ESL room. I fucking told you it was an ESL room.
even with the words that we had the last generation. So the words are shifting and flowing and moving. And like you're saying, Andre, people work out whatever kind of system makes sense to them individually as they're going through this. And a lot of people, like you're saying, it's comfortable and it works for them, agree with the majority view of reality. Because most people do, and that works. The people that didn't, that are resisting the ideological norms, the historical norms, the philosophical norms of the modern world, they will still have their philosophy. And if they're smart, like the person you were talking to seemingly wasn't, they are attacking the same way as she did. The definitions of words. That is beyond logic. No one really controls the definitions of words. And that is where conflicts come from. This word shouldn't mean that. It should mean this.
Michael, I think you kind of touch a very interesting subject also, because the more I think about stuff like this, it's sort of a piecemeal approach, right? Because we're a little bit pragmatic, a little bit pluralistic, because we find some sort of consensus that we agree upon and we just run with it. Sometimes we're conformist, sometimes we're a little bit more rebellious and skeptical, but it's always like depends on the goals, I guess, and it also depends on like intensity of our conviction. So yeah, we do work out. I completely agree with it. We do work out the names of different phenomena. But it does have to have some sort of. This is why I think that question about justified true belief is such an important question in epistemology. It's because we're trying to figure out like what is that, the good mechanics of figuring out like how do we agree on something? How do we all,
Shit, I'm going
you know,
to.
find
Does anywhere like
the
this? Got a
same
sad day
type
for
of
you.
standard or blueprint by which we can identify the truthful interpretation of phenomena or not? And it's almost a lost cause to a certain extent, because, as you said, you know, things change, but they change because we find new dimensions or new information about
Right.
each phenomenon.
Right. Meaning, like, we want our understandings to be stable and true and unchanging, but they're not. We created them and we need to recreate them regularly. And the resistance, that's people that have certain essential arguments as to the history of things. Like, let's say the history of America. Was it a revolution? Or let's say the Armenian genocide. Was it a police action? Right? Any term you apply, any term you apply can be reframed, recontextualized, and we are inviting it. That's why we made the word, to reinvent and recontextualize. So the words are like totems, they're symbols, and the meanings shift underneath them.
And there's one thing I want to add to that, and it's something as simple as the word "the." Two people can be saying "the" something, and they can be talking about two completely different things, and "the" assumes that they're both talking about the same thing. In and of itself, that word alone can cause an argument, because "a" used in place of "the" can assume more than one possibility of the same concept, and in most cases, people are talking about multiple possibilities of the same concept.
Yeah, McZed, walk me through the America, was it a revolution thing?
Was it a revolution, or was it a renegade militant terrorist act against their king?
Definitely
Right.
the second one.
Marvin, missed out, man.
And by the way, if you ask a Brit, they don't give a shit about 1776. They don't think of it as a revolution. They are recontextualizing because they have maintained their power. They never had to submit to America's way of looking at things, and they may never.
And that's why they're
Michael,
leftists.
were you in the Simon? You definitely were in the room when we were talking to this like neo-monarchist, this like Christian.
Oh yeah, the
nationalist.
Christian fascist.
Marvin, you would have freaking loved it. So his most fundamental premise was that, you know, the founding fathers got it all wrong to begin with. They should have never rebelled against monarchy. They, you know, like that whole thing about individualism, that's the whole thing is wrong. Like you need to submit to authority. That authority needs to be Christian, and those are the only people who can make any kind of informed decision.
But he loves America.
The Christians.
But he loves
Wait,
America.
who is this? Who was this?
Only Christian men. Can
No one
vote.
knows who it was. It doesn't matter who it was,
I mean, I
does
was laughing
it?
to myself, but Simon, I think, and
Who was this?
Who was it? Who was
Descendant
it?
of the
Who was it?
reconquistadors?
His name was
forget
fuck, what
his
was
name.
his name? It was short. It was
Yeah, he had like an Orthodox icon on his PTR.
Yeah, you're gonna get that in Orthodox Christianity, shit like that.
But honestly, like the amount of contradictions. I'm an anti-capitalist, anti-socialist, anti-fascist, but all my ideas are basically, you know, socialist or fascist.
No, he was a fascist. He was flat out fascist in terms
Yeah,
of his
and then-
economic
and also-
views, his structure.
Well, wait. Wasn't it more like apartheid because he did give rights to the Christians?
Well, it was very interesting because it was sort of like a purity testing. Like if you wanted
Damn,
to participate in
1,300
this Christian
views. Holy
democracy, you had to
shit.
convert to Christianity. So it was sort of like a Islamic state with democratic features.
Oh, you know, Andre, you should research. I forget the name, but in Scotland they did that. When
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. And what's interesting is it led to a tremendous amount of liberalization because part of their religious devotion was to increase literacy.
I'm still trying to go back to what you're saying because I think that is interesting. Living in England and being an American is their view of that event, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, they're leftists. I mean,
No, they're not leftists.
Yeah.
They're continuing and maintaining the propagandist
So
structure
part of it really
which
is-
has
is
maintained
also
that
that
island.
Yeah, they're leftists.
No. They're English.
Leftists.
Nope.
leftist. I mean, you go on all these British people's social medias. It's all he, him, they, their fucking bullshit.
Is it something
And,
that
they
you
hate
should
free
say,
speech.
man?
They hate property rights. They hate profit. They hate the rejection of reason and logic on principle. These people are leftists.
A lot of those things, if you think about them all wrapped together, are fundamental objections to the existence of America.
I know. America represents, it's the representation of reason.
I would not
I gotta
say
go to the
that,
gym.
but
I
America
can't fucking
scientific
deal
flag
with this.
unclaimed
I gotta get the
reasonability,
fuck out of my
which would
house.
explain
That's the
that
best
England
answer for this. And if the
pushing
mic,
against such
if
theories
the
was
live
like
stream
capitalism.
cuts
Market
and there's
right
no
through that.
content
England
for
saying,
you,
"Oh,
I'm
maybe it's not your
sorry.
fault," right? It's a simple
I'm
dialogue.
sorry. It's
They're
because
talking about the same
see,
damn
East
topic.
is the mod, so I might not get kicked.
Yeah,
But I am thoroughly blocked by all of these people.
Americans embrace that.
I don't
and
think these people
British
work.
people reject it.
Exactly. That meaning.
So you reject it
But
on
that does not
principle, then
work.
you're a leftist.
There is no way.
Trying to
He's
explain
on here
is
all the
that
time. He's
the
got like
American
10
acceptance
kids.
of these principles, which to some degree has been
He
propagandized to the
projected
world
on
and a lot of
me
people agree
about
with,
how
was
he
designed
projected to the
to
app.
oppose Britain, right? They were the originals. We came up with something new. So England, being the original, seeing how we started, knowing how we think, would naturally undermine that regularly through all of the fine point Anglo-Saxon distinctions in which England doesn't function like America, to show that England is better. Just like America is trying to show that they're better than England by showing, no, you're wrong. These things are actually good. Look how much better than you we are.
That's right, because they practice reason.
I'd say more just
Fernanda.
they're trying to prove it by experimentation. They're saying like, oh, you think your crown's really great. Where's your GDP? Where's your innovation? Looks like your restrictive rules kind of suck.
Well, that's not. I wouldn't say it's empiricism, but
It is. Science was very popular at the time. That's why they call America the laboratory of democracy. They're very much of the opinion, we don't know exactly what will work, but we will try it if it's what people want, and then we will evaluate. Scientific.
It's actually very similar to what Tucker Carlson did with that interview with.
Andre, you're in the Matrix, bro.
Wait,
Dude,
Keith,
like-
who are you?
And I say hi to my baby.
So,
Who is this?
Isa,
Who is this? Talk more.
just for you. You know me. You know me. I'm not gonna expose myself. Come on, you know me. Don't you?
Oh, the brunch girl?
Okay, you know me. Hey.
Is it the brunch girl?
No. Yeah. Okay.
Are you or are you not? Just say brunch yes or brunch no.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you hiding?
Hi, babe. I don't know. Go on, babe. I just want to say hi
Okay.
to you.
Sorry, go ahead.
That was very female energy. Jesus.
That
Oh my God.
That was girls' code. Hello.
Hello.
Where's this girl from?
It doesn't matter. We don't talk about me. Go ahead.
I don't know what was
please.
up with
Go
my
ahead.
YouTube channel earlier, but it had like 1,300 views.
Your accent is funny.
I shouldn't have killed the live stream.
I don't even know what
Motherfucker, your face is
Rude.
Your accent is funny. Okay, go ahead.
I know it's Canadian, obviously. Everybody makes fun of our accent.
Yes, because it's wrong.
Don't. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Resistance is a little bit angry just to answer someone in the chat.
Is Resistance there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck him.
In Canada, they speak English like Americans and French like Louisans.
Nobody gives a fuck about Resistance stupid opinions.
Stop resisting, Simon.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'll resist Islam till the day I fucking die.
Don't care. Go ahead, please.
Because resistance and Islam are fucking garbage.
Whoa.
Right? See, this is where I'm like, holy shit, Simon just completely
See,
redeemed
I
himself.
love it. I could have bet $1 million he would have just said something about my mother.
Who
this guy
You
is so
should just be
typical.
thankful he's respectful enough to not criticize your God.
Ooh.
She's not my god, so I don't really care.
What?
But if I say the Prophet Muhammad is a fucking dirty pedophile who has sex with children,
It was 1 6-year-old.
there's
Yeah.
only one 6-year-old, 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of odd the rest of them are like in their 40s though? Isn't that weird? Like, I don't know.
Citing God as the rabbi, he likes to suck the semen out of their weenies. I don't know. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. I think he thinks I'm Jewish or some shit.
Simon, calm down.
He's referencing Machatzitza Bapeh.
Oh, okay. I'm not Jewish, so I wouldn't know what that is. And I'm also very calm.
No, that some people do.
I can insult Islam and be very calm because I mean, I don't really care.
Can I please talk to my girl? Isa.
She's not even there.
She's
It's so
there.
moving.
She's not there.
Wait, what? I'm just
Wait,
doing
what?
something. I'm working. What?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How you
That's what she.
Why does this girl sound like a drunk, like my husband?
I don't know, and I am a little bit confused. I don't think it's the person I was thinking it was.
Brother, I'm gonna talk to you more, and I just want. How are you doing?
I think she's just trolling, to be honest.
Stop! I'm talking to you. Hey,
Honey,
stop.
you sound like you're connected to your car and you're like 5 miles away from your mic too.
Hello, do you hear me? Isa, how you
Barely.
doing? Nah, I'm talking to you.
I'm doing well. I'm working. I'm typing while I am listening to you guys.
What? Okay, go.
Yeah, I moved her to the audience. That was the most annoying shit ever. Bro, shut the fuck up. What the hell, man?
Yeah, I'm confused. I don't think I know who
Yeah,
it
she's
is.
clearly trolling.
I'm a little bit confused.
It really doesn't matter, guys.
Or maybe I know. I don't know, Kiki. I really don't know.
She's a woman. Of course she doesn't know.
Yes. Roya says someone give Simon a horse tranquilizer.
That still
I am
can't.
not.
That still can't
How
stop
can
me.
you on that, Roya?
Let's make them all disappear. Click.
That still won't stop me. Roya Shul.
Relax. It's okay. Relax. It's okay. Bring it down a couple. I mean, my God, you're about to have an aneurysm. You're not even Jewish and you're this angry.
I'm Italian.
You need
I'm
to
the
get on
hottest.
some-
I'm the warmest blooded person.
Okay.
You got hot blood.
For your own health, I'm saying.
Oh, I'm chilling. I just slept like 10
Where did
hours.
Kiki go? You kicked her?
She
No, I
didn't like
just did that in the
that.
audience.
She did not like that.
She finally left because we were making fun of her.
I wasn't really making fun of her. I just, it's fucking annoying to hear just someone keep saying people's names and say absolutely
Oh,
nothing.
fucking annoying.
Whoa.
That's right. What was I doing? Yes, this.
You're getting mad.
I wasn't getting mad. I don't have to be mad to insult Islam and people.
So I don't gotta be mad through insults.
We know you don't have to. You could be walking down the Champs Elysees, humming to yourself. But yeah, we know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wait, hold on. It's not really an insult to say Islam is garbage.
No, it's more of a factual statement.
Yeah.
Simon.
Well, I was speaking about Kiki, but I'm aware that that's the attitude.
Value of this sentence. Simon, you are garbage.
You worship a woman that married a cuck.
Define garbage.
You.
He never said he was Christian, Captain.
That wasn't me that was saying that, but I am Christian.
I thought you were Captain.
Yeah, I'm a Christian that hangs out with a bunch of Jews for the most
You're
part on this app.
You're not the only one. It happens.
At least you're not black.
I love the emphasis on Jews.
You are the captain now.
That was racist.
Oh, that was funny. What happened yesterday? There was a completely rowdy room with like, I think it was Amos was like dead modding, and then they had some Islamic woman, Nuha, I think her name was, but she didn't know how to mod. She was like bad at modding, and the trolls came. The trolls came out the woodwork, and I think it started with Sasha, who's like atheist guy. He was quibbling with I want to say not David, Daniel. They were talking with Daniel about like Israel Palestine stuff, and it got like super heated. And at some point, Nuha, in order to make things like calm down, she said, "No anti-Semitism on the stage." And she says, "I'm going to throw you down if there's any anti-Semitism." So Norm, being annoying, starts pointing out everything as anti-Semitism. And he says, like, "Oh, throw him down, that guy, he said this, he said weasel, right?" And then I raised my hand and I said, "Excuse me, can I request that Norm be sent down to the audience because I feel that he is an anti-Semitic representation of the Jewish people, and you said no anti-Semitism on the stage."
Based.
But she didn't throw him down.
Oh, you're standing right in front of it. I was getting ready to ask you, where's the color stuff at?
The what stuff?
Not y'all.
Mm-hmm. Basketball, chess, karate, pickleball. Oh, God. Ooh, game design. That's a good one.
What is that?
Game design?
Yeah.
Game design is, I mean, they're designers of games.
No, I know what game design is. I'm asking, like, what are you reading?
I was reading from a club list for my kids' after-school programs.
Oh.
We don't need to be supporting no Ukrainians. They losing the war. We got the Chinese to worry about. The Chinese are effectively colonizing two major superpowers at once in terms of their economy. I think Russia is dependent on the Chinese for a bunch of shit in their economy. I couldn't tell you what everything is, but I know that EVs or electric vehicles is something that
China loves this. China loves this, man. China sees a bunch of European countries destroying themselves. China fucking loves the shit right now. It's probably the biggest hard-on they've ever had in their fucking lives is probably going on right now with the Chinese government. Right? They love this stuff that's going on. Best case scenario for them is Europe to completely obliterate itself and get into World War III. That's the best case because China's out of it. Because people don't understand, right?
And incels how to get women. That's the kind of game she was watching. It's
No.
gang theory.
Listen, what up?
Came up with game theory again. What's that dude's name?
Jordan Peterson.
No,
That's fine.
someone before that.
No kidding.
Well, you know, there's nothing
There's no
before that
keywords
because
in
where's
that
the
last
beginning?
It's all just.
Capitalism, you know, it's a
I don't know
system
the
where
meaning,
it's
no, I
kind
don't.
of like implementing game theory, you know, and that's basically Jordan Peterson.
So you just do a best impression of Kermit the Frog and you'll get it.
Hello, Andre. I would like for you to tell me what is the difference between subjective moralism and objective immoralism?
Shit. It is the realism that we are more concerned about. Well, what do we consider real or not real? Is that the question?
I don't know. Why is Zelensky such a little bitch? He shakes all Democrats' hands before he goes to meeting with Trump, and then he acts like a bitch.
Don't even get me started. This is like the ultimate failure of the diplomatic, Ukrainian diplomacy. I mean, they all should be fired. It's unbelievable. This is the most
Embarrassing and shameful. Incompetence. You know what Trump's favorite word is? Gross negligence. No,
Yeah.
gross negligence. He loves that term. He used it last night.
You know what's absolutely phenomenal to me is that he put his own image ahead of any kind of interest, and that's like the most fundamental, the most, like diplomacy 101 mistake. I mean, it's unbelievable. Just simply unbelievable.
He's an unrepentant cokehead who's never done any self-reflection. He could have won over everybody in just a couple minutes.
Yes.
He's a total
Yes.
total piece of shit. That's what he is. He's a piece of shit.
He's not a piece
And
of shit.
he is a piece of shit. They roasted that turd nugget.
The thing is, what's interesting to me is that it sort of got into his head, because what he has done, like when the Russia invaded, was brilliant. I mean, it was truly like a brilliant political move. The West told him get out. He said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna stay with my family." Then the Russians sent their secret service after him. Got their ass kicked, and so he created this aura of competence in his own mind. But you're absolutely right. He never self-reflected. Because he never self-reflected, he was never able to, move forward and adjust accordingly.
You see this, Simon? This is a learning lesson for any atheist in this room. It's called Yom Kippur. Never ignore it. It's to your detriment.
I think Andre is an atheist.
Yep.
Well, you should have some self-reflection too, then, Andre.
I've done quite a bit.
So Andre, where does it go? I'm really interested in what you're talking about right now. Where does it go from here for him?
He needs to salvage that relationship and do everything, literally everything, because now he was in such a good position, because he was going to get boots on the ground without actually getting boots on the ground. With the mineral resource exploration, they would send military contractors and attachés. All of the jazz, and it would create essentially a buffer zone. He already had England.
Why did he say no, though?
30,000 troops.
But why did he refuse it?
Because he's a fucking moron, Michael. Because he is so used to,
Okay. What's his propaganda for why he refuses it?
Okay, so he has strong-armed Europe into doing whatever he wanted.
Right.
By doing, guilt tripping.
They're all a bunch of little bitches.
Yeah, no. But he's doing guilt tripping with a little bit of fear mongering, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, rightfully so, because Europe's proximity to Russia is right there. Their historical memory is very vivid. I mean, they know what the Russian Empire does. They fucking hate it. It's an antithesis to the Western ideals. So they're much more receptive to his.
They hate it, but they love their gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do
So
like the gas.
they really like the gas. So that's the thing. And he thought that the same blueprint is going to work in the United States, and it doesn't. Not that it didn't. It doesn't, because it's completely different ballgame. Look pretty. Shut the fuck up. Let Trump run his mouth. To the mega base.
Well, you saw the
Shed on Biden. I'm wonderful. I'm great. I'm going to bring the new age of plenty into the United States. Say what?
So you saw the latest update from today. Keir Starmer is saying he was going to come to Washington with Zelensky and Macron to try to make a peace deal together.
So now adults in the room. I mean, this is so bad. There's such bad optics. Now adults in the room have to come in, fucking take this kindergartner who threw a tantrum by the hand and tell him to do what they want him to do from the beginning. But now he's in a much weaker position because he pissed off everybody. That makes me so mad. Sorry.
He blew it.
Embarrassment.
He fucking blew it. It's like a colossal fiasco. A colossal fiasco.
Frankly, personally, I do kind of blame him for not wearing a suit when he goes to see the president. Seriously, come on, you took a jet to come
No. Listen, that's fine, and the thing is, if you watch body language and you listen to Trump, he's very sympathetic. right? It's not the, like the same type of rhetoric as they did before, like, oh, he's a dictator, he needs to have election. He's like, okay, cool, we're gonna work this shit out. This is actually gonna be very helpful to us because we're gonna replace China's, natural resources from Ukraine. Ukraine's gonna get stuff out of the deal. We're gonna get stuff out of this deal. Everybody's happy. We're gonna put some more pressure on China from Russia because now it can divert its attention from Ukraine. I mean, it was like a grand plan coming to fruition. And all he had to do is shut the fuck up, sign the treaty.
Andre, are you honestly worried that Ukraine might fall as a result of that meeting?
I don't think they're going to fall. What's going to happen is they're going to have to make much more concession in terms of territory, which is not going to sit. You see, he fucked himself over as well because now people in Ukrainian parliament, it's not a widespread opinion yet, but they calling for his impeachment because they're fucking they understand what has happened.
Right. What good is he if he's not friends with Trump?
The interview for Friday just made me completely not like that guy.
Crazy.
I mean, I honestly think that Ukraine could fall. I don't know why you don't think that's a possibility. Syria has fallen. I could name you 10 countries that have fallen just in the past couple of years. Why do you think Ukraine's any different? The reunification of Russia and Ukraine is a potential possibility in the future. I mean, militarily reunified.
No, I doubt it. It's Poland and Baltic states will never allow that to happen.
So you mean to tell me that the world is going to risk World War III to stop Russia and Ukraine from reuniting?
It's not going to be World War
Oh,
III.
I'm sorry. Are you saying dumb state in the Baltics is going to pull the world into a world war? No, that's impossible. That would never happen.
Now, guys, the main question here, everyone suddenly surprised that they see how Zelensky is retarded. It is not like he's been retarded like recently. He's been retarded from the start of the war. Ukraine had not any diplomacy from the start of the war. It just very obvious now. Even the reason to start in the first place was lack of diplomacy in Ukraine. They never had a diplomacy. No, you don't. Yes, it is.
Completely false because the previous president was actually one of the best diplomats. I mean, he was able to navigate Republicans and Democrats really well. He had experience. He had tons of experience. He was also a businessman. He was also like a former oligarch and stuff. So he knew what he was doing really well. He was able to navigate the politics. And Zelensky was actually, it's very interesting. Like his persona was seen as a Trump-like because he's an outsider. He's coming to same kind of rhetoric, drain the swamp. He used the blueprint, Trump's blueprint, when he won his election.
Welcome to the ESL room.
But he is
I really do think that it's true that technically we are like just providing these foreign speakers with English training, and we're the losers.
Yeah, and the thing is that
Because
it didn't become like
we aren't making money from these conversations, but
It was from the start.
I'm having some creative breakthroughs at least,
the
but
thing
not any
is,
financial
everybody
breakthroughs.
has been blinded by the media.
But I
by
figured out a
the
thing on
stock
YouTube. See my
Ukrainian
PTR?
war is a project.
I've been essentially recording these rooms and then like doing audio overlay on these YouTube generated images. It's pretty cool. I've recorded the hell out of that this El Normo room last night with all these anti-Semites. It was amazing. Made a lot of videos, but no one watches them because it's like about Israel, Gaza. Nobody cares.
Yeah, and give Burisma documents and not to fire the main prosecutor.
In much
You just
situations. So
you were saying bullshit. Like, do you remember when before?
I'm not saying I'm exposing you for the bullshit.
And what do you want to say? What do you want to say about the Trump calls to Zelensky when Trump was campaigning his second term, and he asked Zelensky to publish Burisma docs about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden?
It is interesting that we spend so much time discussing American politics, and there are very few Americans actually in the conversation.
Yeah.
You think so?
It's true.
Randy, Issa,
So the thing
all these
is,
Russian people, random Russian people. It's like,
Sorry.
yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's like, because I don't really like African Americans, like, in terms of like
maybe attitude or culture, but it always comes down to an individual. You can never say like all blacks are ghetto trash. You're always going to meet an outlier in the bell-shaped curve, and they're always amazing people, maybe better than me. So it's like, it's so I just love hearing like a really strong black American who's like full of faith and education and intelligence, and they just like totally turn the tables over anyone who's like not an American or who's not a pro-American. Like they're patriots. Like there are black, highly educated patriots in this country who are American Americans. So it's just so funny hearing them like turn the tables over like other people, whether it's domestically or international people.
I saw a meme. I was trying to find it. I should have sent it to you when I saw, or maybe I did send it to you. Did I send you the meme with the bell curve? You know those memes where it's like the bell curve and there's like a moron on the left side and a smart Jedi person on the right-hand side, and they're both saying the same thing, but then in the middle, there's like a true moron who's saying like a dumb thing. I'm not doing a good job of describing it, but basically it's like the moron on the left says, words don't matter none, the truth is the truth. And then in the middle, people are like, what is words? What do you mean by that? What is the meaning of this? And then you go to the right-hand side, and it's like the bell curve has collapsed again, but it's high intelligence. And on the high intelligence, it was like a quote from the Tao Te Ching. It says, like, those who have words, don't talk or something like that. Anyway, it was a John Kiniver meme, but I didn't send it to you.
You know that guy Gio on this app, the Korean kid?
Yeah.
The vape smoker. He there was some article that came out yesterday about Lao Tzu and how in that dynasty in China they essentially reverse engineered society through the Tao Te Ching. And so now he posted that link yesterday, and now he's talking about it. It's just so interesting how many people have never read the Tao Te Ching, but the moment an article comes out and like starts talking about politics and society and government, like people are not talking about it.
Picture the article. The article was probably like, this little known book shaped Chinese society 4,000 years ago. And then you're reading the article, you're like, oh, this little known book. Oh, did you guys ever hear of this obscure book, the Tao Te Ching, the Tao Te Ching? And
See, I could create counter propaganda with the Tao Te Ching against China, saying the second most popular book of all time may bring down the Chinese government. Like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's creative.
Well, I only could come up with that because of what you just did, because you essentially did like one of these clickbait titles, and I was like, holy shit.
This little known book shaped Middle Eastern society 6,000 years ago. Have you ever heard of the Bible?
They claim that it is the second most produced book in the world after the Bible.
The Tao? Yeah, it's like the Asian Bible, essentially, isn't it? Or the I Ching. I mean, which is the Tao Te Ching is more popular than the I Ching, probably, I would say.
It's the same thing though, because like it deals with changes. Tao Te Ching is God of Change or Book of Change, and then the I Ching is I Change. So it's the same shit, but it's all just positive neurolinguistic programming. But it's more than that, because it is a book about rulership, and that doesn't just mean rulership of society or the civilization or the empire. It's the rulership of you. I mean, that's what all these people in these rooms don't understand. It's like they don't know they exist, and they're not in charge of their decisions. I don't know. You're kind of a free spirited person. I mean, I was looking at your YouTube yesterday, and bro, you have 3,000 followers on YouTube. Like, you should just become a live streamer. I mean,
I know, but I was, John, but I don't think that you are really, like, you're not really recognizing how fucked up I got from the cancellation.
you keep talking about the past as opposed to the now. You don't have anything to fear but fear itself. I'm telling you.
I appreciate that, but I also fear people shooting me with a gun.
you can't. The problem is you have to manage your emotions. I heard you explode in a room yesterday. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I know I got a temper, and I'm like, damn, but I've never heard you actually.
No, I have a problem. Yeah, it's a problem.
I thought you were maybe being facetious, but then I was like, oh damn, he's cracking. He is cracked. He's cracked. He's cracked. You exploded. I was like, holy shit.
I'm telling you, it happens. You're right. It happens.
But see, that's the difference between, you don't understand. I'm recording this shit and putting it into YouTube. Let people go crazy. Let them say terrible things.
No, I'm just saying we all have, like, there is one thing. You crash out in a way that I don't. I don't think that I don't see you getting as angry as me, but you do this goofy, kind of childish trolling thing that I think is.
I just want to make fun of people. I don't want to get angry and ruin my mindset. Like, when you start screaming, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck!" Like, do you know, like, just how useless you're screaming at a phone?
I'm hurting myself.
You are. You're just, yeah. You're like totally putting yourself on tilt. The whole point is
I'm probably giving myself cancer.
No, you're just. No, I'm telling you, you have to understand the principles of the Tanya. Maybe you need to read Tanya more. Like, you have to be more of a sage and a mystic. Sages and mystics and hermits, they don't get angry. They transmute. So that's why I say bootlegging is really like a hermetic tradition. Like, taking the dumbest things that you hear on this app and monetizing it. And I'm telling you that I recorded Jazzy yesterday in a room, and Goo and all these fucking racist, low IQ, toxic, trailer park trash pieces of shit. And guess what? When you put these pieces of shit into a cartoon and you see them on South Park, you start laughing because you realize, A, you're not wasting your life by listening to them. And B, by transmuting them into cartoons, they become funny because it takes like the personal out of it. It becomes impersonal, and it basically anthropomorphizes these people and reverse engineers them into a product and into a possible way to make money with them. And I wouldn't share a fucking penny with them. Let them sue me. You see what I'm saying? But like, I'm not saying I'm ever gonna make this a success, but like, that is one way to essentially reverse engineer these people in the same way that the Tao reverse engineers society and culture. So, you know, you're your own worst enemy, and like, by participating as opposed to like producing, you're fucking yourself. I'm telling you. Like, you have a YouTube channel up. You have me as a resource. I will even send you a burner phone, new in a box, and a 1-month subscription. Like, I can help you get out from underneath your dandruff problem. And only a bald man can say that.
I hear you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I need. I think I'm getting there.
Zach, I'm not losing my hair anymore. Do you know that?
What do you mean by that?
Because I'm totally bald.
You lost it all.
I'm in a state where it can't get any worse.
Do you shave it?
Yeah, I shaved my head because there's nothing up there. I have the Dr. Phil thing going on.
Right. That's the way to do it.
I'm just telling you, coming on here to rage is okay, but you have to be more strategic, more tactical.
No, I hear you. I crashed out. It's funny. I mean, I think if you remember, you have heard me act like that before, because I used to do that a lot about 3 years ago.
I can understand. This is a safe space. I'm not like judging you. I'm merely.
I don't feel judged.
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't feel
good.
judged. I feel seen. But I mean, that is part of my insanity complex. Is like, sometimes I can laugh at stupid people and I say, "Oh, we're all bozos on this bus." And sometimes I want to say, you know, like I said to that guy Gary, "Shut the fuck up, Gary. It's Kevin's turn now. Gary, shut up." And it did. You know, when I use that tone of voice, people are like, "Oh, he's insane. Like, we're dealing with a crazy person. Like, this is an insane person."
But
so,
see, that room is so crazy. You have to understand that your neurosis and your screaming is created by the toxic, low IQ, dumb people in that room.
Probably true, because I'm probably listening to this retarded shit, and instead of being mature
Yep.
and stoic and turning it off and living my life, I'm just
No,
listening to
you
retarded shit,
see.
and I'm
This
thinking,
is what I'm doing.
retarded.
I'm processing it. I'm transmuting it. There is no reason to listen to it unless you're bottling it and putting it back into a package to redistribute, which is another cell phone or another platform. It has got you.
Have you seen that? The only thing that would make, I know that we both have created advice for each other. I think that's part of what can make a good working relationship.
Yeah.
We can call each other higher. You already have inspired me in several ways, and your magic is working. So I just ask, keep, don't give up on me. But what I would say for you is, I'm going to keep encouraging you to make shorter clips. And I want to ask you, have you seen this Twitter or X handle? It's on x.com, and the account name is I Find Retards.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's kind of a funny account, and all they do is find retards, and that's basically what your account is. It's like, listen to morons, or it's like sliceofhumanity.com, or it's like rawhuman.com, or something like that. And it's these clips of Jazzy, or even me. It's like a clip of me like yelling at the top of my lungs. You're like 5 seconds, boom, raw human,
Yeah, these things are like labors of love, and it really is art. And it's so human. It's so manual. It's very difficult to automate this thing.
It's almost like a form of photography. I mean,
Yeah.
candid photography will capture a raw human on the subway, and you don't even know who it is. You just snapped their photo. You're kind of doing that with audio.
It is audio, and the most amazing thing is like sometimes I feel like I'm blind because I'm like in a flow state, also listening, not listening, but it like I'm trying to capture an essence and bottle it. V wants to say something here. V, did you want to say something in the low IQ talk, nothing waste time room? This is the other room.
No, I'm just enjoying this. Keep going. It's all good.
So my YouTube got like 1,300 viewers on the recent live stream, which was kind of amazing. There's 2 people, there's 5 people, 6 people watching, 8 people watching us on YouTube. I don't know what made that live stream have so many viewers, but it was running all night long. And I was, Zach, because we were talking about the Dao De Jing, I've been playing the Dao De Jing ASMR version all night, like 8 hours when I go to sleep.
I heard it this morning. I thought, oh shit, he's doing it. I actually listened to it a bit on my way to work at like 5 a.m.
Holy shit. Wow. 5 a.m. That's really early.
Well, no, it was more like 6 a.m., but it was early.
Yeah. When you don't have a job or work to do, the most important job or work to do is go to the gym. Because if you can't even pull that off and you don't even have a job to go to, like, you're a total piece of shit.
That's true. That's very true.
I tried to go to the gym last night, but my car was like fucked up, and I was like, oh my God, I cannot drive this thing to the gym. I was like, I'm gonna have to take it straight to the fucking mechanic tomorrow morning. So I gotta go over there shortly, drop this car off. Keep forgetting about it. Anyways, this is Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing wasting time, which is technically nothing more than an ESL room for international people. A lot of atheists, to tell you the truth. Listening to atheists makes me want to become a devout theist. Not like a dogmatic, insane person who has to spend all his time like in a church or something, or with people who are observing, because...
Well, you're right. It makes me fear hell. Like, the more I listen to atheists, the more afraid of hell.
But hell is now.
I become.
Hell is now. And the thing is, if you get angry, you're in hell. That's really what hell is.
Did you see Defending Your Life? We've talked about this.
No.
Have we talked about it? You haven't seen it, and we haven't talked about it?
Let's just be now, in the present.
All right. No more movies. No questions. No movies.
Yes, Dr. Diego. Dr. Diego, tell us about your favorite movie, and then tell us about how you don't have the stamina to watch your favorite movie. It's a joke. I don't know. There's a lot of YouTubers. Oh, you know why I think there's a lot of YouTubers now watching us? Because I started changing all my YouTubes from Subscribe Now to the meme movie or meme movies. It seems like people are responding more positively to the term meme and images like my PTR here.
And this image and all the videos on my YouTube now are all just AI generated from Gemini within the YouTube app itself, in the green screen function. I want to show you how to do what I'm doing because Zach, you can.
That sounds actually really, yeah, that sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, let me pin a link and show you some of my recent work as opposed to talking about, Dr. Diego's favorite movie list. As a producer, director, troll extraordinaire, comedian, actor, singer, artist. Oh, let me see if I can even find it. Okay, I'll just show you this YouTube account. Oh, you're going to love this, Zach. It's called Black People, the Meme Movie. And see, this is why I say Jazzy has value, but not in the sense of just like me live streaming myself. You have to add a second layer other than my big bald head. It's just not enough. We need to match what you're listening to what you're seeing, which is essentially South Park. So click the link above and you're going to listen to Jazzy and Goo talk about race and Dominicans and this and that, and you'll realize that it is low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time. However, in the setting of a YouTube channel that could actually get viewers, they just become actors doing a voiceover. And it's the funniest thing when you take out the fact that you're wasting your time listening to them and you're essentially applying them to a voiceover cartoon. You're like, this could have some real value. I have access to free voice actors all day long. Jazzy is a voice actress, but she's so fat, stupid, and lazy, and all she wants to do is the cheapest, easiest thing, which is click a fucking button and run her fat fucking mouth. She's never going to create a YouTube channel where she does voiceovers. Imagine if she had a cartoon voiceover show on YouTube. It could be big. She wouldn't even have to use profanity, So this is why smart people take dumb people and create intelligent things with dumb people. This is the whole essence of the DAO, is to reverse engineer or to flip-flop or to transpose. Andy Warhol called it the blotted line. He would do like a real good drawing and then press it, and then the blot is essentially the higher quality product because it makes it look artistic. It's like faded. So I'm just saying, putting these fucking pieces of shit where they belong, which is a genie back in the bottle. Like, dude, I'm telling you, Clownhouse is not a total waste of your time if you actually use the people's voices. You don't have to worry about getting sued. You think somebody down in some fucking trailer park is gonna be like, "There's my motherfucking voice on YouTube. I want my money. Call me up a lawyer." It ain't gonna happen, Zach. You don't have to worry about it. You can go on with your life as quick as you can go on with it, because a lot of these people on this app, they're just gonna disappear. Trust me, they won't be here for long. No one can sustain coming here every day for 4 years talking about nothing, being dumb, unless they're on a free tit. They're already getting paid by the government, because Jazzy is on Social Security and disability, and so is her daughter, and she pulling down $2,800 a month from the government. That's how she can run her mouth while braiding hair on my YouTube channel. Anyways, click the link above, subscribe to that YouTube account.
Yeah, I saw it. I wonder if you can make a video. Can you make these claymation people?
They move a little bit. Like I can, it's just not, I can show you how I do it. And what you could, it just requires an extra step and it's just too much work to do that.
It's actually really clever, to be honest, just because the design is so simple of just looking at it and like it's great because you put on the audio and then is the image like, did you just find it somewhere or like did you?
No, I created that with a prompt.
That's sweet. So
Yeah.
This is so simple in design. It's great.
I know, isn't it? This is the prompt.
Was your prompt angry black people wasting time talking
No,
about nothing?
no, this is the prompt. 50 black people memes arguing with memes in a meme world. That word meme seems to generate these like humans or these, whatever. But that using the word meme in the prompt, I'm like, I can't believe it makes a better image by using the word meme. It's very strange, but it also creates like the image in my PTR here. It actually takes the popular memes like the Shiba Inu or the frog or the angry cat. Like it actually generates the coolest pictures and memes using like the term meme. So I have realized that the term meme really is a special word. I mean, it's memetic, it's mnemonics, it is metaphysics, it is a lot. Meme is a very powerful word and not one that shouldn't be discounted. It should be used all the time. And so, like, I want to create like a meme news network, a meme advertising network, a meme publishing business, a meme advertising business, and really use the term meme in my communication all the time. And if a partner or a client is refusing to use the term meme with me, I'll just say you're not memeing enough. I mean, memeing. And what meme really means is me. Me. That's what it is. It's like pure vanity, pure narcissism. Me. You know, it is a Hintergedanken, which is the hidden meaning behind the symbol or the image or the communication. Memes are so powerful, and technically everything is a meme. It's because all communication is hypnosis. Essentially, all memes are hypnosis, and everybody on this profile is like a meme NPC. Meme NPC. Trump is a meme NPC. Zelensky is a meme NPC. Everything is a meme. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm going with it. I mean, it's really pushing the boundaries of the term, but it doesn't make a difference because all I'm trying to do is generate art. So art is also the other magic word, ART, or art, or work of art, or artwork, the great work. It's art. And it's so annoying because Elon Musk is technically an artist too. And Adrian Dittman is his art. Elon Musk is his art. Now, should we spend $300 billion flying fucking robots to Mars so we can put it on YouTube? You do realize that going to Mars is actually just an art project. That's how fucking conditioned we are, that we think everything is like for some kind of GDP or economic, data. It's not. It's technically we're all just creating art all the time. And it's like, once you grasp that, Zach, you will realize that your inhibitions to do what I'm doing is really just fear. You're afraid. You think you're afraid of some.
That's what I'm saying. I'm afraid.
Well, you think some leftist is going to come out of the woodwork and whack you. That's not what's going to happen. You have to tone down. You can never become the Incredible Hulk. Never make Hulk angry. Because then bad things happen. He goes on a rampage. So you have to realize that technically your art is like a therapy. And it's therapeutic for other people as long as you don't get angry. You have to bring joy and balance and love to your art. And when you do that, you transform, and then you transform your audience, and then you have like some type of commercial viability. But that's what none of these people in these rooms are doing. None of them are capturing the art. None of them are doing any kind of overlay process or transfer process. And they're all just stuck in an infinite time loop communication, and they're all eating their own tails, or they're eating somebody else's tail and they're eating their tail. It's just sick. It's, as Freddie Roosevelt likes to say, get your lick back. Everybody's just technically doing a disgusting lick back. I hope that's helpful. This is like my morning meditation hypnosis therapy. You know how I do this. I need you though. Like to go to Issa's room, I just want to record them being dumb, wasting their time. We got this guy who was just arguing with Andre the Giant, the genius. He has no vision. Welcome, whoever the fuck you are.
Well, I will tell you, I don't even know if I should tell you this, I should just keep it to myself.
Can you not read my name?
Zach, I'll just say unmute.
Как дела? Я хочу тебе. Я тебя люблю. Я хочу интернета. Я хочу самолет.
Денис, company. Kablikas.
Give me more money. Go fucking work and give me more money. If you don't have money, something that's in it for me.
Is that an American?
No, that's his Zelensky impersonation.
Give me more money.
Why don't
Nice thanks, Abramster. Give it to me.
When he was meeting with the president, he goes, "Why don't you give us more money and bring up our air defense systems? Putin is using ballistic. Ballistic."
Give me everything you have. Give me your niggers in your country, so how are they gonna serve me?
Why don't you give us nuclear-powered submarine with Trident missile system, and we will fight the war to defeat. We will defeat our enemy Russia with nuclear-tipped weapons.
That motherfucker asked for tomahawk. He said, we gonna attach them to our planes.
It's a tragedy because, like, do you know how many American advisors are watching these kids get murdered?
Fucking shit to launch tomahawk. What the fuck are you talking about? Fighter jets. He's fucking too.
Zach, hold on a second, Dr. Putin. What were you gonna say, Zach?
I don't remember.
You were gonna say, I don't know if I should say this, but
Oh, I was just going to tell you something about my life. I was just going to say, Rewild Maine received a nice donation from a complete stranger down in Florida who appreciates my mission. And it was very nice to receive such a donation.
oh, lovely. That's great. Yeah, man. I mean, when you get a nice wire transfer come in and it came out of the thin blue air, you're like, praise God. Can't believe it.
Praise G.
Yeah. I mean, I hate atheists. I hate anti-Zionist Jew hate pieces of shit. I mean, you know, if Kamala would have won, Zach, I am almost sure that I would have done Aliyah. I am almost sure I would have gone to Israel. I would rather die fighting in Israel than live in this country if Kamala Harris was president. I would have just gone full Zionist, learned Hebrew, adapted to Israel, and left this country forever if Kamala actually won. It would have been so horrific and disastrous.
And would you learn to bite off babies' dicks with your mouth?
No, you Jew-hating piece of shit. That's why you hire a moil, you fucking idiot.
I thought deities like
They don't bite off babies' dicks, you fucking ignorant.
what they do. I've seen the photos.
They suck it with their mouth.
Ah, they suck it out.
No, they use a tube, you fucking idiot. They use a tube. They don't even touch.
Yeah, nowadays they don't touch it. Only that one video of that one guy I saw do it.
They just jerk it.
Listen, can I just say something to you?
Yes, my man.
Do you understand that according to science, they have proven in a lab that human saliva does have antiseptic properties, so that
Antisemitics.
Nope. I know that you're an ESL and I'm a free English teacher, but there's a difference between antiseptic and anti-Semitic. So you can look up septic. It's like toxic. It's related to, there's a disease called sepsis. Sepsis of the liver. But yes, humans, I know, I'm just a free Wikipedia. Basically, I'm just teaching for free right now, so I'm going to go on mute because I am the joke. It's a self-roast. I'm currently roasting myself, and I'm going to go ahead and mute up. I hope you have enjoyed listening to this.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
See, I think with that reframing, it just,
Second thing.
Zach, it really puts you in a much better center point position when you reframe everything as essentially you're getting suckered by all these ESL candidates who come in here that want to learn how to speak English. That's what I really love about the low IQ dumb talk about nothing, waste time in an ESL room with international people on this app is, you know, I don't even.
What the fuck you think that I'm not like I speak good English? Like what the fuck you talking about?
Well, I know
Do
you.
know the
Yeah.
word antiseptic?
Yeah, sarcophagus. I know this word.
Sarcophagus.
See, you know. Anyways, but our theory is whatever your name is. What is your name? How do I say it?
Редко Zimislav.
Ripke Gimislav.
Slav.
Oh, he just goes by Mr. Vlad Putin.
It means rare mineral Slav. Like it literally translates as this.
I like your PTR, by the way. It's very funny. Yeah, man. I love, like, I have heard Andre many times. Do you know that Andre speaks with Elon Musk? I don't know if he works for him, but Andre.
Who is Andre?
Who is Andre?
The giant?
No, the Andre on this app, the fucking, the reptile.
He's a Ukrainian, isn't he?
Yeah.
That motherfucker I was talking to?
Yeah. He talks to Elon Musk on X,
He's
literally.
retard. Fuck him. Like, he's retard.
I know he's retard. I know.
Compared to me.
I'm just bringing it up that I was really surprised that in an Adrian Dittman space, Andre was talking to Elon and he was being just as annoying there as he is here because he has this Ukrainian war bent and he was go getting into it with Elon Musk and Elon Musk just fucking shut him down and insulted him and it was beautiful to watch. But I don't know if he works with Elon. Ubrin Sessia is here and wants to say something.
I don't think that Elon would allow anyone with this kind of IQ to work with him.
Maybe, maybe not. But either way, I came and I was talked to Andre on this app. I was like, Andre, I can't believe you're talking to Elon.
Some of them. He also has banned a religion that is mainly linked to Russia. He's banned a language. He's banned I don't know, like
Banning a language doesn't make it.
he canceled elections
So
right
that's
now.
quite extreme.
He's into a year.
The way you said dictator.
Hold on. He's into a year.
Yeah, Princessia. I mean, I already have my own ESL room running, so no reason to pipe in another ESL room. Okay, Dr. Putin, is there anything else you want to contribute to this low IQ dumb room talking about nothing, wasting time in an ESL room for international English speakers?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm going to give you like a couple more seconds if you want to say anything to the room because otherwise I'm about to take some action.
Fuck me in the ass, please.
F you in the ass? Okay, that's beautiful. Thanks for that wonderful poetry.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Zach, any other comments, questions, concerns, ideas, or opinions as we embark on this glorious voyage on the, what is it, March 4th? 5th. Yeah, March 5th, 2025. Big day. March 5th is a big day historically. Beware the tides of March. Oh, Zach, I had this chick over at my house the other night and we were reading the Tao Te Ching, but I have this like really cheap version of it. It's like beautifully printed book. It looks beautiful, but it is the worst translation you've ever read. And there's spelling errors. It's like out of China and it is just so fucked up. I was like, holy shit, this is terrible. Anyways, I thought it was so funny because there are so many beautiful translations and then there are like really bad translations, totally cheap. Close, but just
I have a question, Mr. Now.
yes.
A few days ago, I was in a room filled with black folks. It was something around 200 speakers there, like people there listening. And they are very much into, first of all, conspiracy. And the second of all, they are very much into loving Trump. Like one thing, I never thought that the black people are so much into politics and so much into conspiracy. They are nice guys, but their theories was really
stupid.
Interesting to me and very not stupid actually. It was sometimes conspiracy, of course, it's a conspiracy, but most of them was quite nice, well educated, like people, and I love their vibes. Like, and I thought that the blacks hates Trump, and
no, because they feel like they have gotten passed over very badly, compared to especially to the Hispanic population, especially the new arrival illegal aliens. So they're just like happy as shit because like they're put back into like a position of prominence. So, and have you ever heard African Americans shitting on new arrival Africans? Like they'll talk shit to Nigerians, to all the. It's so funny because it's like they're supposed to be in the same group, but they're not. They create in group out group. So, yeah, just observing like animal psychology or group psychology or herd psychology.
nice comparison you have there, yeah.
Yeah, it's just group psychology. It's like in group out group. It's just amazing to see how they conflict and create friction. It's an amazing observation. My favorite thing is watching two people that I don't like tear each other apart. And yesterday
I was really surprised.
Zach, yesterday I was listening to Rabbi Randy McDickerson, that piece of shit, and this other piece of shit, Cynic, who's technically like a Muslim, and they're both Palestinians supposedly, and they were just tearing each other apart. It was so fucking hilarious, and they were just exhausting themselves. Like Dickerson has a lot of energy. He just doesn't let up. He won't relent. And Cynic won't relent. It was just so fucking awesome watching them butt heads over and over and over and over.
So, unstoppable power, mad, infinite speed. They're both nice gentlemen. So I just got lucky to meet them. Like I'm really lucky, and I'm really happy that I met you guys. Like everyone here, Zach, you, and Cynic was fucking roasting this girl recently. Like yesterday, her name was Fatima, or I don't know. They were arguing about origin of Palestinians. And, nice gentlemen. Rabbi is a very nice gentleman.
Anyways, the point is, I feel like psychology, psychiatry, brain science, maybe like political science or like life sciences, like how do you essentially play the human game, meaning that this app is, I think many people are using it just totally wrong. And I'm not saying like, I guess what I'm saying is like, I think I'm playing the game better than them. But it's kind of irrelevant because it's like, I can't automate what I'm doing and I need them to do what I'm doing. So I just wish more people read books at the end of the day. I wish.
You were talking about Eric Byrne, the games that people play.
Again, welcome back to the.
I mean, I'm sorry, like about the game and everything. Like there is a nice book, Eric Byrne, if I'm not wrong, and he wrote a very nice book that play the games that people play, and he's talking about the human relationship, and he's talking about the human transactions and everything, and how like he described very much trolling. He described like. The basics of human interaction, and it was very nice book actually, and you can use it on a Clubhouse or like whatever you want. It's very very nice thing. I advise you to read it. And fuck me in the ass up to that.
Ukraine. But to make things worse, they have a retarded president. At least Putin, I think that is someone that is really more strategic, is more intelligent, is more calm. It is more senseless and with the feet in the ground. Like at least he is doing well for his country. You know, you might
It sounds like you're talking about the U.S.
hold on. You might hate him. You might hate him, but I don't care about your feelings about someone. When you look about how his personality is, he is a good leader. Look at the fucking Ukraine president. He's a bitch.
Okay, he's people. After Friday, I really didn't have all respect for the whatever Zelensky. The way he talked to Vance and Trump and just kept interrupting. And I was sitting there like, dude, would you just shut your freaking mouth for 5 seconds?
You're not the only one. Okay,
There's no excuse for him not to wear a freaking suit either. Like it's that was
He has a this when the war is over, he's gonna put a suit on. That's his
stupid dumbass excuse. You came to
What happened on
America.
Friday?
You
The
can
Beach
respect
Club.
how we do everything, and
What
you can dress
happened-
appropriately.
What happened on Friday? What happened on Friday is the most irrelevant stuff ever. It is just the thing that was in the on the public and that people were able to see an interaction. But if you really go into how Zelensky works, you know, in Ukraine and what he does, there is no doubt that he's just as thug as Putin, you know? And yeah, he might be just, let's say, in the right
I agree with you.
in the sense of like, yeah, well, Putin shouldn't have invaded. Yeah, I agree with that. But still, like, there is a lot of background to all this story. Like, I don't think that Zelensky is more virtuous than Putin in any way.
I don't think there would be war if Zelensky wouldn't be the president.
I think so too.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't see how that even gives justification to invade a country.
It doesn't matter, Simon.
It doesn't
It kind of matters.
Listen, Simon.
It kind of matters.
It does matter.
Geopolitics.
There's a justification because it's a huge threat for Russia that the NATO is coming closer and closer. And who is the enemy of NATO? It's very clear. Everyone knows that. If you don't know that, you can I don't know, chat GPT it or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're saying that a country can't be sovereign.
No. Hold on, Simon. You're again taking this where it shouldn't go. Like,
Well, I never even mentioned
Hold
Ukraine.
on.
You took it
You need
where
to
you
take
wanted it to go.
everything into context, you know, and in order to understand geopolitics, you need to take everything, the whole context, the whole puzzle together. You cannot just see isolated shit just because it's convenient to your narrative. If you really want to have a proper argument, you need to see the bigger picture. And why? Because countries are also managed by people that are faulty, people that make mistakes, people that are emotional, and there is reasoning behind all of these agreements that they have. The reasoning behind these agreements that these countries have voluntarily gotten into. And so when somebody screws up, yeah, this is what happens. You know, so you cannot just be completely isolated and say, yeah, well, because he invaded, everything about Russia is wrong. No, they had a stance, Ukraine had a stance, they fucked up, both of them, and then, yeah, well, one of them decided to invade.
Imagine if Puerto Rico started on the U.S. and saying, "Oh, you little bitches! You're never gonna invade us. We're gonna start killing Americans."
No, it's North Korea. North Korea.
Yeah, well, but exactly. But imagine that North Korea would be on one side and the U.S. would be on the other side. It wouldn't go well.
I don't think Simon sees the difference. It doesn't matter.
Please don't scroll. Please don't scroll. Please don't scroll. Please don't scroll.
Ukraine is in a very precarious situation. They have to realize that the world isn't supposed. Well, okay, doesn't matter.
Just
trying to make very interesting. Who's leading the interest? People are making money on me. I'm not making money after this war, so I don't have a dog in the fight.
I'm just.
Okay, so I did do the chat GPT thing, just like you said, about who's the enemy of data. And it says that NATO doesn't have a specific enemy, but its key adversaries or challengers are Russia, China, terrorist organizations, and cyber and hybrid threats.
There we go. Russia, China. And for some reason, it's pushing closer and closer. Just for fun.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily. I mean, NATO as such is just
Yeah, it's just one front. There's probably one front.
It's an organization.
Can we please not cut each other off?
Oh my God.
Please, guys.
So NATO was created as an organization to defend, as the North Atlantic Trade Organization or something like that. And so it was created in response to the Soviet Union to try to kind of like keep both worlds, like separated and mitigate the risk, of having this big world with two players. But then after the Berlin Mauer, the Berlin Wall, dropped or was destroyed, there was an agreement that NATO will stay, but they will not get into the eastern countries that were part of the Soviet Union, just as a matter of keeping the balance. They would leave that buffer zone. And they started getting slowly a couple of these countries. And Russia was like, okay, fine. I mean, I'm watching you. You shouldn't be doing this, but it's fine because they are not too close to the border. But then when they started adding more territory or involving more territory that was getting closer to the Russian border, then they reacted and they said this is not going to be, because in the end, again, as I was saying, it's not that NATO has got enemies per se, but the nature of NATO was to defend, let's say, the Western world from any Soviet Union potential invasion or influence or any type of shit that they were suspicious of. So it's not that NATO has got enemies, it's just that the nature of NATO is to put resistance towards that part of the world that we didn't want it to filter the West. What?
That word resistance is a swear word on this app.
I know, I felt dirty right now that I said it.
That's why the Cold War was better.
Yeah, so
Cold War
again,
was more stable.
Yeah, it was actually. So, Captain, NATO as such doesn't have enemies, but the nature of NATO is to defend the West against the influence of the Eastern
The
countries.
most murderous regime in the last 100 years.
So that's the reason why it says North Korea and China and Russia.
Yeah, against the most murderous regime in 100 years.
What's wrong there? What's the per capita imprisonment in the U.S.? Why does it stand in the?
Why does that matter?
Just curious, because it's a free country.
Well, so you're saying people can't commit crimes in a free country?
No. What he is asking is what is the imprisonment for political dissent. I don't think it is too high. I think that it happens, but I mean, they tried to do it with Trump. But the Constitution doesn't allow for that to happen, which is not what's the case of the UK. In the UK, they can put people in prison just because they said the wrong thing.
I think he was talking about the overall imprisonment rate.
But that's
we
why
are
we're
high,
not
however.
specific.
Sure, but
I wanted him to be specific as to why
we
he
are
asked
high.
that question.
Sure, we are high, but if I recall correctly, Russia's what, number 2 or 3 in the world?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with being
Again,
a dictatorship or not.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted an answer as to why you asked that question.
There are
It's
bad
irrelevant.
actors
There's
and
people
criminals.
who commit crimes in a country, and then you have people who go to
Maybe
prison
they
for
bought
saying
them
what they want. That's completely two
Hell,
different
man.
things.
It's a different
Sorry,
type
that's
of
on the right. I'll continue.
persecution. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Leave him out of this. Cool chat, guys. Sorry. I have to meet someone. I'll be back.
Если, Тони, не уходи никуда, Тони, куда ты уходишь?
Don't listen to that guy doesn't know how to have a conversation.
По-русски, you know по-русски.
По-русски?
Is the one where they have to pay like something like a third of everything they make to pedophiles to stay out of prison? Which one's that one?
America
What?
or California? Sorry, I don't know.
I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Your accent is just making me fall like Isa. Be my wife, my queen. Your accent is
Oh my god,
is,
what is
is
that?
divine. Mi esposa. Be mi esposa.
Why, who,
Her accent
why
is
do you love me all of a sudden? Who are you?
No, I was sitting here listening to you, listening to your divine voice, and it was just I was melting there.
Oh my god.
And also, you were very, very like smart, not like other whining bitches here. It's bad, and you're a strong woman, like you're more man
You
than
like
that.
strong women?
Of course I do. You can dominate me.
No, I don't like domination. I prefer to be dominated.
no,
You just
fucked up.
lost. You just lost.
You had a chance, but you shot yourself in the foot.
We'll figure out.
Now she's gonna fuck the Egyptian guy if he's not gay. Sorry, dude.
What, Egyptian guy?
I don't know. The one that you were like,
Cynic.
you know. No. Oh yeah, she does like cynic. I would support that relationship. Yeah.
I heard.
The guy with like green eyes or whatever they were.
I heard.
Stories about his green eyes.
Listen, Rabbi Randy McDickerson and Cynic were arguing yesterday, and they were tearing each other apart. It was like watching two Rams butt heads. It was so wonderful to watch them destroy each other, lose their energy and just go crazy. Rabbi McDickerson and Cynic, they just go like fucking animals.
No, I missed it. Oh, please. Is there a replay?
It was,
Yes, there is a replay.
yeah, it was amazing. Cause
Can you share the link for the
Cynic
replay?
just whines so much.
Why the fuck would you want to listen to that? You might as well be in the strut jacket room if you want to be listening to that shit.
Because when I watch two people that I don't like tear each other apart, it makes me realize that I waste my energy, and when you watch other people waste their energy, you're like, wow, this is really entertaining. It feels great because now I have all this extra energy that I don't have to waste.
How can anything that comes out of their mouth be fucking entertaining?
Because I don't like either of them. So when you see two people you hate fighting each other, you're like, well, my work here is complete.
I thought you were all about love.
Because they repeat themselves non-stop. They're retarded. They're not dynamic people. They're fucking retards. No, listen, I hate to tell you this, but this is an ESL room for low IQ dumb people wasting their time to talk about nothing.
You love to tell us that. What are you talking about? but here we are. They are not here, and two of you are talking about them. So yeah, loser.
We'll see if you look at my links. Click my link. I actually figured out a way how to repurpose Clown House in a profitable way. Jazzy is a voice actor on South Park now. Who the fuck are you?
South Park?
Yeah, I'm taking cartoons and I'm just using your voices now as audio overlay over AI generated cartoons. I finally found a purpose for all you fucking morons.
Give me more atoms. Give me money. If you don't have money, give me money.
Yeah.
Listen, Lou, I heard you going back and forth with Mixed about AI and sentient. I mean, you're the dumbest fucker I've ever heard. Have you ever read a book?
You know what? I'm gonna clone your voice.
Clone it, baby, clone it.
It's gonna be an inbred Edna.
Nice.
Actually, the voice cloning is getting pretty good. I took like 6 minutes of Tim's voice, or 6 seconds, and it was pretty good. It sounded like he all of a sudden became woke and was like, "We don't need to be racist. The leprechauns."
You he would film a movie about retarded Australian crocodile.
I don't know what you just said.
I think he's trying. It's. I don't know if it's a misreference to Forrest Gump or The Water Boy.
But anyways, yeah, I really would like you to actually watch my YouTube clips because I really do think that this is the way to essentially use Clownhouse because everybody here is a voice actor and no one's willing to do any artistic work. Everybody here wants to create art, but everybody here is too lazy. I mean, I am doing it for you. I know you are, but that's why I would like you to look at my videos because like you're actually working video and maybe you could give me some ideas or tell me what to do.
He is the art.
That's right.
Love art, drawing.
I'm sculpted like a Greek god.
See, this is what I've come to the conclusion that even if Elon Musk takes spaceships to Mars and has robots on Mars, you do realize he's just creating videos, which means he's only creating art. And we're all falling for his hypnosis and his art, and it's a waste of fucking money. People need housing, people need food, people need clothing, people need infrastructure. We don't need fucking art videos on the fucking face of the planet Mars. It's fucking stupid, and everybody who thinks it's taking us to the next level of humanity or consciousness is fucking stupid. That's my opinion.
That's right.
It's fucking artwork. That's all it is.
Abundance of content, but there's no shortage of food or clothes. We've just been conditioned.
That's right.
Why you don't have black guys in your way?
No, because black guys on this app are fucking retards like Resistance.
No, we
They don't
just
have
have-
anything
It's not just on.
to say.
There is a quota. We have no more than 5 people per room.
Because otherwise they start bringing a bunch of other black people.
Simon, click the link that I just put in the chat. And so I just, you know.
The black people in, but not the hardworking Mexicans.
Listen, the black people on this app are incredible voice actors.
Are okay as long as they are not Palestinians who are just yelling.
I think you're biased and brown yourself.
What about niggers?
What?
And what about gays? Like Pepe sitting here like he's okay.
We're okay with faggots. Yeah, we like that.
Okay.
Issa, can you mod me so I can pin my link to the top of your room?
Of course you can.
I won't boom the room because I'm trying to promote my video, but
Okay, honey.
that self-detonation is always a tempt.
Yeah, that was a good video.
It's just amazing. So if you use the in Google, in Gemini, in the green screen function, you can put in a prompt and it will create it can create up to a 60-second loop video of like these claymations moving. But what I'm doing is just image stills.
What does Mongolian Slav Eurasian rape baby have to say to me? I was
The guy that keeps bringing up gay stuff.
Y'all are killing me.
Who keeps bringing up the gay stuff?
Mike Moon, have you had any other viral success since your Reddit thread with you and your beautiful wife?
It was Pepe.
I was thinking
I
you might
have
have.
not. I have not, man. I didn't chase it down.
Damn.
When the people got creepy about my daughter, I took it offline.
Oh wow.
Pepe, why the fuck you have to install this black dildo in front of your face, wearing this cheap ass Timo headphones?
What's this guy? I don't get it.
Pepe, I want to know, are you losing any hair in the back? Because you have a widow peak going. Your hair isn't thinning? You still have thick hair coverage?
Yeah.
You're not losing your hair? Are you taking finasteride or using Rogaine?
No.
Wow, that's great. Good for you.
It just doesn't fall out for everyone?
Well, I can't really lose any more hair.
My brother was in his 20s when he went bald. I think it's just genetic.
No way. It's genetic and stress. Because, like, if you're not stressed, there's no... You're not producing that testosterone.
Sun does not radiate like.
Pee-pee, you have a pet horse?
It can't be good.
Pee has a pet horse.
Really has no effect.
Okay.
Pepe.
You got a horsey?
Hey, Pepe.
I have a dog.
Pepe, you,
Pet sitting.
Pepe, I'm like, all into this Pee meme or the Pepe meme, and creating meme videos and stuff. So, there's something about the Pepe meme. Me. I know it is all about me. That's what a meme really is about. Me. Anyways, I'm just saying, look at my video above Pee, and maybe you can create a YouTube channel and stop wasting your fucking time on this app and never have any fucking art, any kind of product, any kind of audience. Trust me, Pepe, you could make it on YouTube, but you have to be artistic, and the AI generator allows you to create fantastic cartoons. Make yourself into a voiceover actor, and you can even do, you can do a whole variety of films for adults or for children. I mean, if it's children, make it, high quality, intelligent, whatever. But, even doing content for kids in a good way, there's an opportunity to create product using this piece of shit app and using people's stupid voices and stupid opinions.
Who is Tony?
He's my friend. He's from Russia.
Yeah, I feel like I know him, but I don't know from where.
Look at Hampton Spears.
Yeah. Ariel. Are you from Israel?
Replicated.
Are you from Israel?
No, he's doing something very unique and specific.
Тони, блядь, тебе вопрос задают. Ты из Израиля ты или нет?
What?
I said to Tony, my queen asks you.
Oh God.
Yeah. Wake the fuck up.
You already shot yourself in the foot with these, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With what?
Yeah, you should have said my slave.
With
My slave asked you.
With your Guatemalan queen, you have shot yourself in the foot, as most Russians do.
She I'm not done. If you ask a question, I will remove the ball gag from her mouth and you will answer it. Yes.
What the fuck y'all talking about?
Your Russian accent is absolute shit. This is not how you talk.
Yeah, I like very masculine men.
I mean, it's kind of how you talk.
Okay, so I will call you my Guatemalan bitch. Is that
Okay, please. I'm going to put you in the audience for that one. I'm sorry, Dr. Putin, but we cannot tolerate.
What the fuck should I call her?
You don't talk to Issa like that. Not in Issa's itty bitty titty committee. So click the link above. That's El Normo. I took audio samples of an El Normo room yesterday, and I overlaid that audio onto these Jewish AI meme generated images, and honestly I think it's hilarious because they were really going, and El Normo is so facetious and funny, and it was just, I think it works. I think essentially if you rebrand everybody as a cartoon, it takes out the horribly obnoxious low IQ, dumb people talking about nothing component, and it recreates it into essentially South Park and a viable commercial product.
But you know what you should do? There are some apps that actually make the moving cartoons, so you can actually link the voices to the moving mouth of the cartoon. And they're amazing. Let me show you one, because there is a guy in the Bitcoin room that does this stuff and he's so good at it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be the next level where you can actually...
It's not too difficult. I got the name of the apps. I'm going to look for them and I'll pass them to you, but... It's actually super funny. Let's see.
Even the still, though, I think is still interesting because the drop-off rate, if you actually look at the data analytics of your YouTube audience, they leave after 4 fucking seconds. They crack, and then it just plummets from there. So you literally only have 4 seconds to grab somebody's attention with your video. And if it does move, it's more hypnotic. So there's a higher retention rate. But it is, how do you create a 15-second video where the drop-off rate is, only 10%, 20%? That means it's high quality, high value content matching with an interested audience. And to figure out that equation is a very difficult challenge.
Start with having women and then remove more clothing and see if there's a correlation. Make them hotter, more naked, and I bet your rate will go up. People are already doing it. That's right. Yeah, so they stole our idea.
No, I mean sex sells, but also, I mean it's challenging to do that. Like I don't know, I haven't used the AI in Google to try to create sexy images or sexy memes. I don't think it will.
They have a lot of and they should have a lot of guardrails with it because there's going to be a lot of issues with that. But yeah, I mean, if you go to, there are some models out there that are uncensored, but like you have like pornpen.ai or something. These models are getting like very good. And,
See,
yeah,
you have to create content which is family friendly. I do believe essentially in, man and woman content, family content, the nuclear family content. Like it's The Simpsons basically. Like that is always, in my opinion, the formula for greater success is to go after the family audience. If you focus on the family, you will not fail.
How has it gone that far? Thus far?
I mean, if the families are watching and consuming the same content, I don't disagree. But I don't know if that's the case.
That's how you have 2 views in a video. Family content.
Y'all ever have peach Neha? I love this soda. A lot of calories, but I mean, it's worth it. I'll go walk it off later.
Oh no, Finn deleted his account. What the hell? I hate this guy.
Y'all got any interesting plans for the rest of the day? Anybody doing anything fun tonight?
I'm planning on going to the gym right now. I'm going to the gym.
GYM.
Gym is
I'm
good.
gonna go for a swim in the sea.
Oh, I'm jealous of that.
Do we have any fat asses in the room that do not go to the gym and just say, I don't need to go to the gym. I work out outside.
Yeah, outside is better.
I'm a fat ass who needs to go to the gym, and that's why I go to the gym.
Sounds like you really wanted to tell us that you went to the gym.
Yeah.
Who here hasn't done sit-ups in 30 days?
Me.
Oof.
Sounds like you really wanted to tell people you didn't do sit-ups in 30 days.
Simon, since you work in video, I mean, click my YouTube link above, subscribe, and watch one, 15-second, 60-second video that I've created, and then give me, an analysis.
Well, I'm not an
If you can, if you will. Please.
I don't know anything about editing.
I know, but I need more analysis. I need more subscribers. I don't care who analyzes it. I just need some free feedback.
Dox my name.
You don't have to tell me your name. I just want you to watch my video and tell me your.
See my name.
Oh, I see.
What do you?
Oh, what do you? Yeah.
What do you think he's gonna hurt you in some way?
Shit, I think Simon figured this out.
I didn't
No,
say
Simon
I'm
figured
scared
this out.
that Edmund's gonna hurt me. I just said I'm not gonna dox my name.
I don't really care who you
I
are.
heard you, and then I
Guys,
said
change the
why.
subject quickly. Maybe he'll forget it.
I heard what you
Simon,
said.
the point is, I don't dislike you. I just think you're stupid. I mean, objectively, subjectively, objectively, I'm not going to target you. I don't care about you. I'm not targeting anybody on
I'm
here.
not saying that you're gonna target me. That's not my concern.
What is your concern?
He's the best salesman. I think he got Simon.
Anyway, Simon, let me just end this communication by saying thank you very little. Thank you very little. That's it. Thank you very little.
Good.
You're all retarded.
Don't quit your day job, kid.
Definitely won't. Definitely won't.
He's going to become a pastor of objectivism.
Why did you call him kid?
I want to be a pastor.
Oh, it's you.
I don't know. I'm 42. I imagine he's in his 20s.
30. I just turned 30.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Anyways, I mean, I'm just being facetious. I'm just, if you could give me any analysis or anybody in this room, actually, Mike Moon would probably be the best analysis because
he'd probably be better.
he works in photography,
all
videography.
about editing, so I mean, I don't know anything about the edits or anything. I'm just good at telling you if the color is good or not.
What I really want you to do is also listen to the audio because it's Jazzy and Goo talking about race.
All about audio.
And I'm just saying, like, listening to what people are saying on this app and realizing how stupid it is, it could be an enlightening moment for people that use this app. I mean, Pepe, I've heard Pepe go on for hours and hours and hours about the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life, where I'm just like, are these people just not reading anything? Like, do they just exist to just talk about the dumbest things you could ever imagine?
Are you reading anything?
Yes.
Well, I mean, you'll find the answers
You
to your
figured
questions.
out the voice. You set up a very good voice, and that's all you need in life. Just a good voice. That's it.
You might need
And then
to
call
learn to
everyone
speak
retarded and dumb.
I mean, good looks also help too.
Yeah, and a
Yeah,
good bum
especially if
too.
you're a lady.
And a good bum.
Oh yeah, for a young boy, that helps a lot.
What?
Never,
Just
never
say.
discount a woman's ass. I mean, there is something called the goddess of the curve or the ass goddess Aussie or something. I mean, it pussy bends steel. It truly does. A woman with a great ass and a very stupid brain can still dominate because in Ask McZed, he knows Kabbalah. If you study Judaism, you know that beauty in itself is enough to. It's like an infinity stone. And a beautiful woman is like an infinity stone. Think about the wars that men have fought, hundreds of thousands of people dead because of a beautifully curved ass. Helen of Troy, etc. It goes on and on and on.
That's true.
But we're more advanced than that. We don't fight wars for that.
How many wars have been fought for an ass?
pretty much just Troy.
Just Troy? Okay, then it's not too many.
No, there's way more than that. Antony and Cleopatra, that's a huge battle over fucking that bullshit. Basically, Anthony and Cleopatra fucking, and that puta who destroyed his life and destroyed, Egypt or Rome. I mean, there's a lot of examples of romantic entanglement and military battles.
That doesn't count.
No, she wasn't.
I listened to your video and it was a little bit boring on YouTube.
I asked ChatGPT and it
I know it is boring.
wars. So there's at least 6. Oh, what are the other 5?
Jayla, where in Asia are you from? Or are you from America? I don't get the accent too much.
I prefer not to say, but I tell you now, you must have everybody to listen to your recording. It's not so exciting.
I know, because it's not like a true cartoon, like South Park, where you have individual characters doing a voiceover. It is a Clubhouse recording with an AI generated image, and that's it. It's not gonna knock your socks off.
You need to do something more.
You need to make the voices move, honey.
I agree.
This is not enough. This is not enough.
I know it's not enough.
Just Google AI apps to create.
Just go to huggingface.co.
Isn't there like a Netflix animated show or Cartoon Network that's like some guy did a podcast and then after the podcast he just took the audio and asked some guy to illustrate some trippy stuff on top of the conversation? That's like close to what you're suggesting.
Yes, midnight something.
There you go,
God.
midnight something. Yeah.
Shoot, what's it called?
No idea.
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Gospel. Midnight Gospel. There I am so good at that. It's always me, isn't it?
So
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with it. That is a totally accurate assessment. It's amazing.
The video, you tell him what you think. I think he should take it down. It's so boring.
But Ape, what was the name? See, this is where Ape Raham actually comes in handy because he is obsessed with AI. Okay, let me look at it. Hold on.
I'll put it in the chat.
me, but there are. ChatGPT said gave me a list of at least 6 conflicts so far. So, of course, y'all said the Trojan War. Number 2 is the Rough Wooing, 1543 to 1551. The 9 Years' War.
Can we get some context for these 2 wars so far?
Yeah, give me like 30 seconds and I'll pull over and I will actually read a little bit more of what they say. Like literally,
Okay, if you're driving, please stop reading.
It's a beautiful world, boys. Beautiful boys.
I didn't think I had to specify that one, but thank you for checking my assumptions.
So, Ape, there's so many like apps within this AI platform. I guess my question to the hive mind would be, can anyone actually do anything better in terms of my art? If you can, let me know. Otherwise, all of your opinions are fucking useless.
Oh no, there's like a dozen ways to be more artistic than what you're doing.
Okay, prove it. Prove it. Show me your art, and then we will compare.
I can show you my art.
I'm not crafting it.
Just throw some paint on the ground, motherfucker.
See, it's just your opinion that you're not crafting art. But if you actually go on YouTube and type in your name, you will see my art of you talking about nothing.
Law is my art. I practice it every day and I publish regularly. Not for you. I do my art for money. I'm pulled over now. So, the War of Refereeing. I'm parked in a parking space. In the parking lot, okay?
That's right. This is America.
The War of Wooing was from 1543 to 1551. This war was between English and Scotland. It was triggered by English attempts to force marriage between Henry VIII's son, Edward VI, and the infant Mary, Queen of Scots.
That makes sense.
The 9 Years' War.
Not exactly over a woman, but whatever. Go on, 9 Years' War.
This through primarily a struggle between Irish chieftains and English rule. Hugh O'Neill's personal conflict included disputes over his marriage and alliances played a role in the escalating tensions. The War of the Spanish Succession. That's all it gave me. The 1701
Succession. I don't know if that was a woman, really.
It says while primarily a dynastic war over Spanish throne, part of the conflict stemmed from claims through Maria Teresa of Spain, whose dispute right to inherit played a role in power struggle. The War of Jenkins' era, 1739 to 1749.
It's not era. It's Jenkins' ear.
Ear, yeah.
It's alright. On average.
I'm a little dyslexic. Sometimes I read things wrong. Sorry.
Most people these days don't know how to read out loud.
Well, I've actually gotten a lot better. Though not caused by a woman, Spain's Queen Elizabeth Francis played a critical role in influencing Spanish policies that contributed to the conflict.
Okay, so in sum, except for the Trojan War, there is very little evidence of anyone engaged in long-scale combat because of a woman that they wanted.
Maybe.
It's usually inheritance stuff, right? Like the war in England, that was because they had 2 different monarchies and they wanted to unite by forcing marriage to an infant. They weren't interested sexually. And
McZed!
It was secession stuff.
McZed!
The Irish war chieftains, that feels like it might have been. It's vague enough that feels like it might have been over across. But that's small and local.
Michael Ben Arahon, we're talking mystically. We're talking about the Shekhinah.
I'm just telling you, historically, people don't go to war over tail.
That's not true. What do you think God is? God is a god of war. It's a woman.
No.
Wait a minute, Zach. What's that Sam Kinison? What's that Sam Kinison routine about getting married and being with a woman?
This is love. Come on, this is love.
This is love. This is love. This is love.
Whoa.
For king and country.
Right.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is that war, strictly speaking, is men's stuff. It's the men playing together. It's stuff they do when they're not worried about getting a girl. And mostly, like, the women are not not like the object of the war. The men told the women to sit down while the men go play their organs.
Well, the Tao Te Ching says that war is a funeral procession. It's two sides observing a funeral.
That explains the uniforms.
What about that one? What was it? Lysistrata?
Lysistrata, but yeah.
Is that the one with the?
No, that play is actually really good about the concept of civil disobedience. It touches upon a lot of women's issues.
Right, and then all the men are running around halfway.
Yeah,
through
they're
with
free sex.
They have big boners. They have big.
And by the way,
paper mache boners.
the play is and should be understood as it truly is a comedy. Even though women have tried to like do this like thing before, because it really would not work. That's why it's a joke. The idea that women could withhold sex and then the men are not going to kill each other, that's stupid. If you withhold sex, they're probably going to kill each other more.
What are the major genres? Comedy, tragedy, drama. What are some other like?
No. It was just those two: tragedy, comedy.
But the drama isn't a third category.
No.
Are you?
They're both drama.
Drama was something we developed when we wanted tragedies to not end with everyone dying, but they're the same structure.
But there's nothing outside of comedy and tragedy, so those are the pairings of opposites then?
Well, there's absurdism.
Listen.
Oh, absurdity, yeah.
If you want to understand the inner workings of stories as we discuss them in English, you should look at the Greeks and their plays. Their philosophies about poetry and storytelling. Aristotle was like kind of strict on what he maintained good storytelling required. But all of the Western canon, all of the theater and cinema and vaudeville, it rises up from those Greek plays together with other plays from different. But mostly it's not like ancient thought on plays.
So wait, what is inside of the Palestinian canon of liturgy then?
They don't write anything. That's their own thing.
Do they know how to?
Is it because Palestine is made up?
No, it's not that Palestine is made up. It's just that there is no identified indigenous Palestinian action. There's no like special.
You know, is Palestine just a real? Is it an ancient Roman term for beer? Actually, Pale Stein.
So whoever was asking to see somebody talk earlier, I just want to let y'all know that I did drop the link to my artwork. I'm a painter. I use acrylics and oils if y'all want to check that out.
That's cool. Have you talked to Rascal?
No.
Oh, he's also.
Captain, can I hire you to do a commission of my PTR?
Yes.
I want you to paint me a meme, make it about 20 by 30 on a canvas. I'll give you $200. I want 50 memes. You got to paint 50 memes on a 20 by 30 canvas. I'll give you $200. You're commissioned. Congratulations.
That's not how the pricing works.
Okay, then fuck off.
Wow.
$20 for supplies and then
Okay, then fuck off.
But it takes a good 2-3 hours to make one meme. So I should have taken the deal. That's right.
Seems like very reasonable price to me.
Yeah,
and because you're such a good friend, you take an extra, special care and really make sure it's detailed. And
I'm just saying, $20 for supplies, $20.
I'm just saying, if somebody was to say to me, I'll give you $200 for a painting, I'd be like, fucking send me the Cash App now.
That's $20 an hour, yeah.
Yeah, but you said
you're selling yourself short. I mean, I don't know what your art looks like, but
20. Well, I want my art to be accessible to a lot of people. I don't want to charge an arm and a leg. For, like I kind of like go with the Bob Ross philosophy. He didn't never sell his.
You just rejected $200, motherfucker. I'm just messing with you.
I appreciate that you posted your art.
Thanks.
I can post some of my art, although I haven't made any art in a while.
I put down my brushes for about a decade, and I've just recently started painting again. I've done 12 pieces since September.
Listen, I like the fact that people don't like that I have 100 Instagrams, 100 YouTubes of Clown House recordings, and people think I'm not an artist and that I'm not getting paid for this art.
that to me proves that my art is actually very functional because I am getting paid at this very moment to sit here in my fucking mom's basement drinking a Miller High Life with orange juice, smoking a little weed, wasting my time talking to low IQ dumb people in an ESL room about nothing.
Hey now, not all of us are low IQ.
Found in your mama's basement.
I feel like you should finish that like big speech with Charlie Sheen.
No, he practices. He does it again. He does it over and over again.
I'm trying to condition you all to remind you that you are low IQ, dumb, and you waste your time talking about nothing in a social audio bullshit app while I'm getting paid to be here and I'm live streaming myself on 3 different platforms across 20 different phones. Welcome to another exciting episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing and wasting their time.
Just to be specific, I am actually making money while I do this. So you're not the only one making money while everyone's Clubhouse, that's area. Clubhouse.
Oh, okay, sure thing, Captain Stabbin.
Bro, I only get on Clubhouse while I'm working.
Yeah, like we haven't heard that excuse before.
I legitimately dropped anybody that like actually talks to me. Go ask Jeff.
Listen, I'll be as compassionate and as kind to you as I can be, but don't test my patience.
What do your passengers think when somebody drops an N-bomb? Well, I wear my headphones because of that stuff. Because of where the conversations go. And a lot of times when I have a customer in the car, I will mute up so that I can conversate with them. I mainly talk to y'all between riders.
What's it like knowing that you're a taxi driver?
It's pretty badass because I make my own schedule. I go to work when I want. I stop to take a shit when I want. I can take a nap if I want to.
What is wrong with a taxi driver?
I'm just saying that, like, people who... My uncle drove a taxi, but he went to college at the same time, and then he got into finance, and then he made it big. I'm just saying you ain't gonna make it big driving a fucking taxi.
How do you know? Maybe he owns 70 medallions.
How do I know that your opinion and your criticism complaint form hasn't been submitted to the proper authorities?
Yes.
Clubhouse is not a complaint hotline, JLoyD9. I am here in order to roast you and create content for my social media platforms.
Yes.
Oh, not to mention
You don't make any money. You keep saying that. You just...
Welcome to another exciting episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting time as I get paid to sit here in my mom's basement in my underpants, drink Miller High Life, and smoke weed and roast you all.
Yes.
You're doing a shitty job.
How you
And
get paid?
if you have to flaunt how much money you make, people who actually make good money don't flaunt it, so.
Another bad take by another person who don't make money driving an Uber.
Listen to him. He doesn't make good money. He keeps saying about low IQ while he is just hanging out here, drinking beer and smoking weed. He doesn't make good money. He doesn't know what good money is.
I am so confused. What is your net worth? Everyone has numbers floating above their head. I think I'm sitting on about $800,000. How much are you sitting on?
Well, I'm not gonna get into numbers, but I doubt that you have 800K.
Okay, well, that is like your opinion, but I am a very truthful person, so I'm pretty sure my net worth is about $800,000 right now.
I don't think so. You sound like you are like probably 20 years old and you just got out of college now trying to make some money. You're a lot of people making money online, so you're trying to do the same now. That's it.
Okay, maybe I don't make money, but I still like to troll you.
Well,
that's a different conversation. Now we're talking, boy.
Don't you know that the new capital in the new society is surveillance capital? Social media credit score? Not the TransUnion tranny number they subscribe to in your personal data file, where they sell every fucking thing about you to every fucking business. They fucking bullshit you.
I think the BlackRock knows about you more than you know about yourself.
Well, I will tell you that TransUnion, Experian, and the other big credit rating agency or business, essentially, they have so much data on you, and it's just unbelievable how it integrates with lawyers and essentially how, yeah, I mean, it's total transparency. Like, everything about you is in those credit agencies. It's just unbelievable. Like, they track you. Everything you do is totally tracked. It's unbelievable.
You have an access.
Before she does.
Do you have
We
any
don't
accounts
need
with
them
them?
to track us. We have you.
I'm just saying that, like, if you think you can evade, you can't. Like, every transaction is recorded. So, I don't know. The Doge thing, though, that is like the scariest thing in the world to think that, like, everybody is working 40 hours a week to pay for that shit. That Doge is stripping out, thank God. But, like, we had that. In fuck inflation, everybody's like, oh, the price of eggs are $8.99. It's like, bitch, motherfucker, this country's $40 trillion in debt, and you're worried about $8.99 eggs? You fucking idiots.
People knew that and they weren't buying Bitcoin at 15 grand a couple years ago. It's insane.
I'm just saying that this is one giant Ponzi scheme. And the suckers, if you can get a dual citizenship and get citizenship somewhere else, I highly recommend it.
Do you think it's different elsewhere? How naive.
I think it could. I think the perspective is different. I don't think it is different. I don't think anything is different. I'm just saying that I think if you live in a major city and you have a lot of money, that's like living on your own planet. And so having access to another major city and having a lot of money in a bank account in that major city is the best way to live life. That's essentially being bi-coastal or, bi-international. I mean, and obviously you hope it's in a safe country, one of the safest countries. I'm just saying that is a very difficult thing to achieve. I mean, you have to be very successful to achieve that. I mean, look, we're selling these golden visas now for what, $5 million a pop? Peter Schiff is saying, why the fuck would somebody come here, give $5 million for citizenship so they can pay income tax? Are you, what kind of fucking deal is that? That's fucking retarded.
That's a little bit too much. You can get for 100K in Dominica, and you'll get a passport. You can travel everywhere. It's much cheaper. Also, Portugal is much cheaper. But only hope you have is that these agencies don't necessarily communicate to each other, especially when internationally. The banks that you're using. That's the only hope you have.
It's $150 for like a St. Kitts and Nevis passport. Why would you pay $400 grand?
Listen, the U.S. government is liquidating its real estate portfolio right now. In downtown Chicago, they're putting up for sale two of the biggest skyscrapers in the city, and they're all they're all empty. It's all empty government office space. And I mean, I don't know. I know people will buy it and just reconvert it into condos, but holy shit, it's very expensive to do that. And the property taxes once you buy these skyscrapers is sky high. So I don't know. The government is broke, and they can keep borrowing from the Federal Reserve. But the problem is, if they don't actually dissolve the Federal Reserve and assume the debt, it's even worse than a Ponzi scheme. It's like, it's worse than a Ponzi scheme because the American population is so disconnected from the dollar because technically it's just an international banking instrument. And the fact that of this separation, if Trump doesn't address the separation of the Treasury or the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve, this is just the biggest rug pulling, never ending, kicking the can down the road. Like, I don't know what Andrew Jackson, the whole thing about having a central bank. It should, to me, it just seems like if everything else is decentralized, why don't we decentralize the Federal Reserve? And I think it has to be done now. I think everybody's saying it.
Andrew Jackson punched a central banker in the face at one point.
It's because, I have banknotes from like the early 1900s. I have one from my local town here in Chicago called Jefferson Park. It's issued by like the Jefferson Park Bank. But banks, there was no monopoly on currency printing. So all these banks, it was totally decentralized. That was like the technology of the time, is decentralized currency. And that's really what these banknotes were. But once the Federal Reserve took over the production of all dollars and we have the standardized dollar, it seems to me like we could, where's McZed? We need essentially the debt jubilee. We have to dissolve ourselves of these obligations to pay back this money. That's my opinion right now.
Yeah, you know that Chicago is like Detroit 2.0, right? Like it's not coming back.
I agree, but we are on a lake, and so for 6 months it is like the Riviera. I have a sailboat, with a restaurant and a bar attached to it on the beach. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're in Miami or Hermosa Beach. Like, the beach in the summer is the same beach. So, if you can live in Chicago from June 1st to Thanksgiving, it's a great city. Then you just have to leave. That's why I say bi-coastal is the way to be.
Whoa. Beaches are not the same beaches.
I know, but I'm a fucking pauper. I mean, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, but you got different types of sand, you got different water temperatures, you got different amounts of surf.
Pussy too. I'm not saying it's the fucking Ritz.
Like who the fuck wants to see the people of Chicago in fucking swimwear?
My Ditka.
Yeah, Ditka's all around. Ditka.
I'm just saying there's enough characters on this app that like to continue to come here and not try to commercialize or artistically transfer over to other platforms. I mean, you can call me crazy, but like at least I'm trying to fucking turn you people into voice actors or some type of viable product, whether you like it or not.
Hey, I agree with you on that concept, big time, honestly, but all you really need to do differently than what you have is actually put shorter snippets. Okay, TikTok straight up, nothing else. Shorter snippets that are really attention grabbing. So like 5 to 10 second back and forth of two crazy characters saying some crazy shit, right? In some ways, the more outrageous, the better. Maybe avoid like racism type things, but keep it fun, but keep it short. Really short, and then have it actually animated. So actually have like there are services. There may be AI out there that can do it where it matches the mouth, and you can do two random characters and do an animation. All you need to do is what you're doing, except keep it shorter, make it more interesting by selecting 5 to 10 second clips back and forth with two people, and then have little character animations where each one's a little character, and have those characters repeat through different videos, and have them have like a consistent 5 or 10 people that you like to record and put in as those characters back and forth interacting with one another. And I definitely think that would work on TikTok. It's not going to work with a still photo. It's not going to work with 25 or 30 seconds. It's got to be like 5-10 seconds, and it's got to be animated. You either got to get an animator to do it, or you got to get an AI animator that can do it and make the mouths of the little crazy characters that it creates actually match the words. That's what you have to pull off. If you can do that, then what you're talking about, It would definitely gather a following. There's no fucking question about it. If you pick the right stuff off of here, because there's some crazy shit in here. 100% would work. I'm not saying to make you rich. I'm saying 100% would work to gather followers on TikTok in a way that would grow and build, and you can continue it with just the recordings you have. You're going to have somebody go through and select the good stuff out of there, and you're going to find those snippets. And you're going to have an animator.
Now?
What's that?
You're talking to Edmund?
Yes.
Oh.
He's like, his idea is not his idea is not crazy at all. It's just that he hasn't really executed it yet. You've done like a proof of concept that your execution isn't even anything more than an absolute rough draft proof of concept. There's nothing that it's not fine-tuned even remotely. That's what I'm offering.
Now? Do you know?
Yeah.
It has.
It's at the top. It's at the top. Go click on his thing at the top and look at his content.
There's nothing there. There's 20 followers. Just a couple of shorts.
No, there's not a couple of shorts. You gotta click the other links that are under that in the header. He's got like dozens of videos in there, little videos of shit recording. Basically, what I'm saying is.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know why somebody kicked him to the goo. He's giving me better analysis than any of you pieces of shit.
And removed my mod badge, Pepe. Was it you racist fuck?
I don't do that kind of shit. I'll mod you up even. I did not do that.
Oh, I
Better question:
appreciate it.
Why are you being a race traitor to moon-shaped people?
Yeah. I don't know what that means. That's really dumb.
Why do you hate yourself?
That's really dumb, Manville. Again, dumb.
Why do you not want to see your relatives propagated into the world?
Why are you projecting?
Yeah,
Damn! Manville, yeah, seriously, do you have any kids?
Not yet.
So in a way, you're kind of projecting there, not in a negative way, meaning like step up your game, get a baby. I mean, am I projecting?
I mean, I want children, but I don't want to make rash decisions and end up with unplanned.
That's right.
Accidental children.
So Manville, I've been married 27
But I don't
years,
I don't
and I have
actively
two,
advocate anything that would.
Mandel, I've been married 27 years and I have two kids, twins, that are 18 with 4.2 and 4.4 in high school headed to college. I'm doing just fine. So you are in absolutely no place to educate me on any type of, and I have a paid off house. You're in absolutely no place to educate me on any type of what a man, how a man should act, or who I am, or what I think of myself, you fucking retard.
Excuse me, is this or is this not the internet?
Are you or are you not amounting to nothing more than a freaking incel troll when you talk to me in the way you just did, when you have no fucking clue what you're talking about or who you're talking to, or what I've accomplished? You don't know me personally. You're a fucking idiot. So I make that clear.
Damn, being a race trader struck a nerve.
No, it strikes a nerve that you act like you know something about somebody that you know nothing about. So just keep the topic off of me. Don't center me on stupid shit that you don't even know about.
I'm not single.
He got you because you only hit on solid.
There is no
We're getting the fuck out over this.
There is no get me. No, I'm clarifying, Manville, how fucking wrong you are, buddy. So, peace out. This room is not a room that is even remotely intellectually capable of understanding.
Taking my pad.
Did he rage quit? He rage quit. Oh, that's too bad.
I didn't even touch him. I don't know why the fuck he was yelling at me.
What the fuck? Wait, does he have mixed kids?
I think his wife's Asian, if I recall correctly.
He had his testosterone levels under 500, so.
So he's got tiny dick, squinty-eyed children that will never be as tall as him.
So I'm creating a TikTok and I'm using a CapCut, but I am importing a video of Britney Spears of her dancing on her Instagram account. I don't know if you've ever seen her Instagram.
Was her pussy sticking out?
Yes, it is the craziest, weirdest videos, and she is so rich, and she's like on vacation at some like luxury resort on the beach. I mean, it's the craziest thing because she's totally alone, and she's just live streaming herself but she does these edits and dances, and she had the famous knife dancing video. Like, you're talking about like next level mental health, like disaster, meaning that if she were to go to a restaurant at like the hotel or something and somebody gaslit her, she would have like a meltdown because she's a crazy person. So something to guard against, for yourselves or to be aware of. But, I'm saying if you're smart with video, like there's a lot of content out there just floating around that if you can capture it, brand it, monetize it, somehow manipulate the algorithm and not have to pay for your audience, everybody here is essentially talking all the time. So, like, I look at Pepe's PTR and I'm like, okay, Pepe, what's your website? What's your YouTube? What's your TikTok? What's your Instagram? It's like, what are you doing here? Why do you represent yourself as like some kind of a podcast commentator, B-level celebrity? It's like, where's your shit? You don't have any. Where is your shit, Dr. PP?
I mean, to be realistic, like everything I would say over the last several years when I would make those rooms and stuff was all like way too controversial for me to ever monetize it. I get any platform I had where you get monetized would get pretty much my account would get pulled, so I never bothered.
Wait, what's his name? Now subscribe. There's like 20 different accounts with 10 subscribers and hundreds of videos each.
Free speech. Companies can no longer, say things on.
I know I don't have much of an audience. My biggest YouTube account with most of my Clubhouse account, it's called The Memes Movie. It's 5.5 thousand videos, 1.62 thousand subscribers. It's called The Memes Movie. I can pin it if you want to see it. But it's all the same. It's all the same shit. It's just me recording Clown House for like 5 fucking years now, and it's really stupid. But it is what it is.
But your voice is good.
Yeah,
There's something about that voice.
Yeah, I read a lot of audiobooks on YouTube. I have thousands of videos up of me reading, philosophy books basically. The Memes Movie. I'll pin the link to the live stream.
I feel you.
I'm just an actor. I mean, I'm an actor. I played FDR in my 8th grade play. In Annie. I got the part. Which is getting the role. It's all performative. Everything is performative. Everything Elon Musk does, everything Donald Trump does, it's all performative. And Donald Trump's State of the Union or speech to Congress was a performative event. It was a major public speaking event. It was a huge success. It's all on X. It's all branded under the Trump 2025. These are communication experts and huge communication operations. I mean, what are you doing in terms of communication? It's a question to ask yourself.
Good question. Maybe we'll have a conversation in person, but online. What do you mean on Clubhouse? What is this?
What are you talking about?
Do you have any network? Do you have any employees? Do you have any volunteers? Someone who does anything?
I've got Clown House. The fuck are you talking about? I have all of you to record. Right. You're all my free employees.
Really? No, but really.
No, why? I'm not spending any money. I'm not spending any money on any of this other than my burner phones and a 30-day to create the accounts. I mean, I need a telephone number. Anyways, I'm not putting any money into this, but it is an ongoing artistic concern at this point. I mean, but Dr. Lopez here, another fucking Clown House genius, cheesecake eating fat ass. She's always got great opinions. Welcome to the room, Dr. Lopez.
Thank you so much. What's the discussion about? What's the topic?
He's crying about how he...
I'm not crying. This is a low IQ room for ESL speakers talking about nothing, wasting time. I'm sitting here trying to teach you English.
What's your problem?
YouTube stream is, first off, you keep screaming, that is a sign of low IQ. I haven't screamed and yelled once, and you keep assuming that everybody in here has a low IQ. You don't know me, so you don't know whether my IQ is higher than yours or not.
That's his job. That's his job. That's what his content is about.
The fact that you can't pick up on him trolling means you do have a low IQ, though, Captain. So.
No, I know he's trolling, but it's just fucking annoying.
If you don't know me by now, you'll never ever know me.
Right.
No, I mean, I am trying to be annoying because I have a double-edged sword that you don't know about, and that's that essentially I'm trying to show you that you are not in control of your emotions are in control of you. You don't control your environment controls you. That's what I'm trying to show you now. It may be annoying to have to listen to me talk right now, but the truth is maybe your communication is not effective. Maybe you don't listen. Maybe you like to get your dopamine and talk all the time and have ineffective communication, not just on Clown House, but in the real world as well. I am complete right now.
Like that's what you do.
No,
Sounds like you're
what's
projecting.
your story?
I'm not saying that I'm not projecting.
Everybody's just projecting.
I'm not saying I'm not projecting. I am projecting. You can only communicate in a projection. That's maybe also an additional point. Thank you very little.
No. It's not cool. Like, I have a couple of questions. I just want to understand better, like the human part. What's your story? Why are you here?
Because I used to own a website called marijuanabusiness.com, and Todd, who I sold the domain name to, he said, you got to download this app called Clown House to talk to low IQ dumb people to waste your time. And guess who's on it? Elon Musk. You can talk to Elon Musk. But then I just go to X now and I record Adrian Dittman every night of the week when that low IQ dumb fuck who thinks he's going to take us to Mars but just shoot a fucking video for YouTube and waste $300 billion of our fucking dollars to film a fucking art video on Mars?
300 billion? What are you talking about?
How much do you think it's going to... It's an estimate of how much it'll take to fly a spaceship to Mars, to put an Optimus robot on there, to shoot a fucking YouTube video, to put it on his X account. Are we fucking retarded? Yes, we are. We're low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting our time.
Well, what's your point? What are you getting out of this?
I have no point. It's a show about nothing. Haven't you ever seen Seinfeld? Haven't you ever seen Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David?
Tony,
So basically, when he screams, that's the joke, and that's the point of it, right?
I think the joke is that he said we're all wasting our time while people like Elon Musk are spending a lot of money going to Mars. So basically, if you're on this app wasting your time talking about nothing, you are a low IQ dumb person wasting time talking about nothing. And then if your response to that is, but what is your point? Then you have become the joke, and it's a self-roast, and you are the subject and the object.
No, that's cool, but I really wanna know what's...
Listen, Dr. Tony, all questions are trick questions, Dr. Tony. You won't be able to try to prove any kind of point by asking any kind of questions to me right now, because your questions are all stupid and low IQ questions. The point is, if you want, I will teach you how to meditate, because that is the point, Dr. Tony, is to shut the fuck up with your stupid opinions about this and about that and about this. It's about subject, object, subject. What is your point with your questions, Dr. Tony?
This guy has no other than scroll.
Listen, hold on, listen.
Oh my god.
I said the only point he has, and what he gets out of it is just control. That was his dopamine.
No, I get it, but does he have any reason for trolling? Is he like, does he have any interest? Is he developing himself?
But what is reason? What is the definition of reason? What is the point of your reasoning?
And what do you think about this?
Seriously,
What do you think about this? And what do you think about that?
He thinks.
What do you think about
that? He spends hours and hours and hours for 5 years. As he said.
Tony is fascinated because suddenly he finds himself at the precipice of his own stupidity and the self-roast has begun. Tony, the point is I have no point. It is the ultimate point of nothingness is to just film the dumb low IQ people in an ESL room talking about nothing, wasting their time. Why don't you see that that is my point? That this is a room about low IQ dumb clown people in an English as second language, talking about nothing, wasting their time. What is so difficult about this concept, Dr. Tony?
I'll rephrase it. You get really any money out of it, or is it just a waste of time?
Are you asking me that question, or are you asking yourself that question?
No. I know what I'm getting out of it, but are you getting any money out of it?
Not right now.
Right. Do you want to talk privately?
No, I don't want. Why would I want to talk to you privately when I can talk to you publicly? Do you know the difference? What is that difference? We got another rage quitter! We got another rage quitter!
We'll have a little arrangement.
Do you want to make an arrangement with me?
A little one. Yeah, I like your voice.
Well, I like your voice, and it is not little, it's a big one.
No, let's talk. You want to talk public? Let's do the following. You'll be making roasts for me, and I'll be paying you for that.
It's like I'm back in the 8th grade when Pam Geekus came up to me and said, "Go make fun of..." What was her name?
So you're not new to it. Okay.
No, I'm haven't you seen the movie Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald? I mean, you know, I'm good friends with Norm Macdonald. I hung out with him in Vegas for a whole day at the World Series of Poker.
Oh, no, I don't know who is that. Who is he?
He's a comedian. You know, I'm basically a comedian. I mean, so the whole point is to essentially just communicate and, you know, hypnotize people with my different bullshit voices and bullshit philosophy. I'm a bullshit artist. I'm essentially, you know, trying to be funny, which is essentially what Mel Brooks is doing when he says he's a bullshit artist.
Okay, I found him. His face rings a bell, but I don't think I remember any of his works of comedy.
Well, you're not from the United States of America. You're from Ukraine. Why would you know everything?
I'm from Ukraine.
Well, where are you from, Dr. Tony?
You're not gonna know.
Well, I don't care. It's a trick question anyways. Who the fuck cares where Dr. Tony from?
It is the Mars. It is the Mars we come from.
Listen, I've got to go to the gym. I can't keep sitting here talking to low IQ dumb people all day long, talk about nothing. What is the point of this right now to continue this communication?
So how much are you charging?
Just click link above, hit subscribe, and then you will realize that I am charging you nothing right now for this free ESL consultation.
No. I want something more specific. This is.
Do you think I am like AI chatbot compression trying to help you take English for free?
Tony, just laugh at yourself and it can be over. You don't just reverse.
You are like Andrei's stupid brother. You must be related to moron Ukrainian known as Andrei the fucking reptile.
He was here before.
Yes, you are his younger, maybe stupider brother, but welcome to the low IQ ESL room where we talk about nothing and waste our time. Russian, Ukrainian, Latvian, Slovakian, fucking Turkmen. Who gives a fuck, Tony?
No, but what is the point? I don't get it.
Tony, it's a joke, you idiot. There is no point. That's the point. It's a fucking gag. It's a Zen
It's a Zen game.
I can't believe it. I just went into a shop. No, it's my turn. Hold on. I'm upper left now. I'm the Issa now. So I just went into a shop and had a whole interaction with the shopkeeper and came out with my product, which is legal in the state of Maine. And you guys are still telling Tony that there is no point. That's amazing. Is he gone? What? Oh, you put him in the audience.
Tony, the point is meditation, to silence your lips, which means silence your fucking brain. You don't have to talk.
Talk to him about lips. I think he has an infatuation. I think he's into you, man.
No, yeah. Well, like, how do you hold your lips when you make this? How do you make this voice correctly? And how do you practice? How do you practice? Like you just practice here and.
Oh, that was good. Was he doing American? When you said practice, that was a really good American practice.
Yes, this is ESL room for native English speakers to help Russian and Ukrainian immigrants learn how to speak American English.
I give you English.
I need a bottle. That's it.
Please go to pronunciationworkshop.com to purchase the full English native speaking course from Dr. Gruber. That is pronunciationworkshop.com today. Are you a Ukrainian living outside of Ukraine because of the war and want to brush up on your English skills? Go to pronunciationworkshop.com right now.
Yeah, but what is really what's driving this?
But really, why are you doing this? Wait, no. This is a joke, right? At this point, if we respond to it, then we become the butt of the joke.
No, I will keep the roast going. Dr. Tony is good participant. We will roast this motherfucker till this chicken turns to fucking charcoal.
Question. Tony, why are you here?
Let me see. I used to hang out with a lot of entrepreneurs here, and we met in London and New York and so on.
And what is your business?
Well, it's a few of them.
And what's the best one? Pick the best one.
Well, I have a consultancy and professional services.
Oh, you're a consultant. So you help other people run their business by they consult you?
No, Zach, he runs other businesses where low IQ dumb people talk about nothing and waste their time and they bill for that. He's a fucking bullshit artist guy just like me.
No. What we do is we run a little network of entrepreneurs, around 700 globally, and so whatever you have an issue, and if there's someone in the network who deals with that, we'll
So it's
introduce
like a pyramid scheme. It's like an MLM kind of pyramid scheme. Do you have to pay to be? Do you have to pay to be part of it?
No.
So how is it a business?
So the business part is when you have when you hire us to find someone.
Zach, this is a fucking ESL room. Don't let him bullshit us. Come on, Tony. Don't waste our fucking time. Talk about nothing, you fucking idiot. Put the link in the chat and shut the fuck up. That is the point. No one cares about your network, your social. You're talking about a Facebook profile, you fucking stroker.
There's no Facebook. There's no website.
Exactly. That's why you are a waste of time kind of guy. Put the link in the chat, motherfucker.
We have email lists and phone numbers and so. Well, that's the consultancy part, but there's also real estate.
This sounds kind of like a bunch of bullshit. How is it a business? You run a group that...
Show us the website and then we will believe you. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Do you have a website? What is it?
No. There's no website. Why do I need a website for that?
Most businesses these days have a website.
Okay, sorry, Dr. Tony. We are taking break from your bullshit. I was about to boom the room, but I refrained because maybe we can course correct and create something valuable for everyone in the room. But unfortunately, what you are saying is a bunch of bullshit. Either put the link in the chat
or shut your fucking mouth. Welcome to the Low IQ ESL Talk Nothing Waste Time room. But I don't understand. What is the point of this room? Why are you doing this? How much money are you making?
Your phone number, your address.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
No, keep him in the goo. He needs to learn the power of now, which is meditation. No, Dr. Tony. No, Dr. Tony, we don't want to know about your network. And when people have a problem, the network will fix your problem. And we've got the emails, we got the business. You know, Dr. Tony, no one really cares. That's maybe the biggest takeaway, is that if you don't have a website, you don't have a YouTube, your communication is a waste of our fucking time, because you could compress your business into a fucking link or something that we could look at instead of listening to your fucking voice, okay? This is Low IQ. And this is an English as second language talk room where we help non-native English speakers learn how to speak Native American English. It's a room about nothing. And we will waste your time right now.
Yeah, so, but I still don't get it. What's the point?
Wow.
I think he's just being a screechy Slav to be a screechy Slav.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a point to their continued existence.
Wait, but what really... I understand that.
No, but seriously.
Yeah, but seriously, what actually is the point? This is why, I mean, John, this is why I used to say industrial civilization is inherently exploitative and unsustainable, because eventually we will be back in the Stone Age. The level of technology that humanity has access to will return to that of the Stone Age at some point. And the question is, what will be left of the planet and of humanity when that happens? When all of technology collapses and the rich people have long left this place and gone to Mars or whatever, and we're eating each other, you know, what will be the point then?
It's the same. The point of life is the same thing it has been since man was created. Sex, money, murder. Pussy.
No, it's really peace and joy or happiness. I mean, I think if you had to compress the meaning of life, isn't the goal essentially happiness?
The key to life is happiness in your asshole.
If you got a tickle in your asshole, no one is happy.
No. Happiness in your asshole.
Anyways, Tony, you should look at this book. It's called Zen Game, Zen Masters Play by R.H. Blythe. It's probably an audiobook on YouTube. I could find you the link. But technically, I'm really just playing a game. And it's essentially a game about nothing. And the most subversive form of one-upping, you could say...
Why are you playing it? What are you winning?
He's trying to be a troll. He's just being annoying as fuck.
But what are you winning? What are you winning?
Nothing.
I think he's providing a service, actually. I think it's a really
I'm trying to, like...
generous, altruistic behavior. Because the other day, I was wasting time in a clubhouse room with a bunch of low IQ morons talking about nothing. But then I heard, now subscribe, telling me, Zach, you're wasting time. And I thought, oh, you know what? I am wasting time. Thank you, random disembodied voice. And then I closed the app, as I'm about to do very shortly.
Yeah, click that link above. It's called Zen Game, Zen Masters Play. Listen to that audiobook, and you'll really understand kind of what the now is, which is really your priorities, and why this app, does take away the opportunity cost of what I try to kill two birds with one stone, by being here and recording it. I can't believe people come here and don't create product out of their experience. I mean, look at Pepe's PTR. Like, you would think that dumb fucking fake ass looking Italian would at least document or record or be funny or create some kind of a video around a brand. No, this fucking loser comes here day in and day out and still screams out the Jews. He's got fucking problems. Everyone's got fucking problems. The problem is income. Do you want to be income or do you not want to be income? I like to be income.
And give me a zero interest loan to buy a house, it wouldn't hurt.
I don't have problems, Edmund.
No, it's not about you having problems. It's about enhancing your education. And just click the link above, listen to an actual audiobook. It is a book. It's somebody reading it. It's called Zen Game, Zen Masters Play by R.H. Blythe. It's one of the smartest books ever written. And I'm not just joshing you. It's not a waste of your time. I'm providing you with a very valuable resource. Click the link above. Actually listen to it today. And you'll say, holy shit, this is very smart. Because it essentially repositions you in the center. It puts you in balance. It is a useful hypnotic document to create equilibrium and love in your heart and in your brain. It's very smart. It's all about the now, and you know the book, Power of Now. So if you want more power, you do have to be in the now. There's no other way to achieve great power, tremendous material wealth, other than to plan, organize, and act in the now. You can't. There is no tomorrow. There is no future. There is no past. You can't touch it. You can't taste it. You can't smell it. It does not exist. It's in your memory. And your problem is, if you want to essentially brain hack, you have to do it in the now. And I'm just trying to make that point. That is the total point. Is I have no point, meaning that if you have no point, you get back into the now to essentially prioritize. My priorities today are to take this fat ass to the gym. No, maybe you should click the link and actually learn something. Take action now, because listening to Manville, project his opinions, though I like them, it doesn't really help me prepare or enhance my life.
Wait, is Manville also a Jew hater? I didn't know this.
He's an American. I don't really care what he is. I think he's a cop. God bless him. My dad was a cop. I mean, I would rather be with Manville in a fight than some fucking illegal alien from Venezuela.
With Pepe or with Manville on a fight?
I would fight with either of them. I fight with Americans.
I would rather fight Pepe than fight Manville, I think.
So you would prefer Manville on your team?
Yes, me and Manville versus Pepe would be, I think, a wrap.
Pepe's a boxer. Be careful.
Oh, that's true. Pepe's a boxer. I might have to eat my words. It might turn into Manville and Pepe versus me.
Yeah. See, there's such a thing called physics, and when you're pushing close to 300 pounds with a lot of reach, it's very hard for a boxer.
Are you 300 pounds, Manville?
I'm like 290.
So he's a big fella. So you gotta go to the gym, fatty.
He's in a patrol.
Yeah, it's 6'4". Thank you very much.
He's in a patrol car all
I
day
would
long.
have to step on his. I'd have to be like basically stepping on his toes in order to
Just
hit
kick him in the
head.
balls.
I mean,
when you're fighting somebody that's taller, your head's usually in line with their shoulders, so they have a straight
So you punch him in the balls.
Are you a fighter, Pepe?
I used to box, yeah.
No, but you see, if he gets close enough to connect his punches, that means that I can grab
you, yeah,
and then throw him.
Well, what if you grab
I'd
me
have
and then
to.
I
I'd
go behind
literally
you and
have
choke
to.
you out with my jujitsu?
If you're boxing and you're somebody my height, would have to literally smother them, so I'm under their punch.
actually, Zach does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I would probably put my money on Zach in this room, then Manville, then Pepe. He's a trained Brazilian.
Jiu-jitsu.
Oh well, then you might have the
I've had
advantage.
people try to put me in triangle chokes,
Yeah.
and I picked them up off the ground and pushed their legs over and folded them up like fucking pretzels.
Are you talking about as a police officer or in the jiu-jitsu?
I don't think triangle's the one. You got to take the back, rear naked choke. Like you got to Daniel Penny him. Daniel Penny him. You got to hit him with the penny.
Yeah, you can go for the rear naked choke, but I might just decide to fall backwards and slam my whole body weight on top of you.
Right, that would be bad. That would.
Wait, are
really
you,
bad.
Manville? Are you talking about in the street as a cop, or are you talking about in the dojo, like training, fighting, sparring?
Ryan, who would you rather wrestle with, Pepe, Zach, or Manville, or Edmund?
Ryan, that's easy. Ryan wants to wrestle with me. I already know.
I've never wrestled before.
Well, look, the way
No,
this
but I'm
goes
talking
is...
a sexy. Hold on, I'm talking about a sexy wrestle.
Right.
Ryan,
Yeah.
who
Yeah,
would you
Zach.
rather wrestle with?
Come on, Ryan. Thank you. I would be hurt.
You said Zach?
I'd be hurt. Yeah.
Oh.
Ryan's always hitting on me. If I was gay, maybe I would let Ryan fuck me.
He's got a herpes sore on his middle finger.
Ryan's a bottom. I forgot. Ryan's a bottom.
Ryan takes Valtrex to prevent the herpes sore on his hand from crawling up his arm.
Yeah. Just because he can take dicks doesn't mean he can take a punch.
So wait, Manville, like how many people have you personally put cuffs on in your life at this point, you think?
I can't even fucking count.
Are we talking sexy cuffs or are we talking police cuffs?
Police.
I use the same for both.
Well, you don't own a house? Is that what you said? You would like a low rate mortgage?
The fluffy ones?
Even if I owned a house, if you offered me a 0% mortgage, I'd probably sell mine and buy that one.
Yeah, obviously. Anyways, I'm just saying like golden cuffs. You know, I got this property that I live in at 2.3%. So it's like, you know, that's an amazing rate.
It is pretty funny to me when cops can't get people in handcuffs that are like in a prone position, like with their hands underneath them. It's kind of sad that like we don't train it enough.
That's because they're fat and have short arms, then you cannot put them in cuffs.
Well, what I do, if they're giving me their back like that and I'm not allowed to choke them, is I take my elbow and I put it in their opposite shoulder blade, and then I post up on my toes and like drive all my body weight down into their shoulder and like separate their shoulders, and that'll usually give me a little window to scoot a grip on their hand, and then I'll just
That's
straighten my arm out.
their shoulders.
Yeah. If they continue resisting,
I can't win. There's no way I could win against Manville. It's not gonna happen. Pepe maybe.
So has anybody on the street ever fucked with you and you just pasted them like right in the face as hard as you could?
I had an inmate in transport talk some shit and get in my face, and I dislocated his shoulder by pushing him against the wall.
That's good. That's what we like to hear. Classic police brutality.
One time my dad told me
Excuse me, sir. I used necessary and reasonable force to remove the threat of bodily injury that was imminent to my person.
What color was he?
What do you think?
Don't answer that question.
He was wearing orange.
No, but what was the color of his skin?
He was a Native American. He was Native. Didn't you know that Jazzy thinks that African Americans were here originally before they even got here? I mean, have you ever heard Jazzy's crazy history conspiracies?
I don't believe that Jazzy thinks.
You got to watch my YouTube videos from yesterday because they're so disturbing and so toxic and so petty and childish. She's like a fat girl in an ice cream store or something. It's just like, or Varunka from Willy Wonka. She's like the black Varunka.
Veruca Salt.
Veruca Salt. So yeah, when it comes to like weapons and shooting, like I'm not worried about anybody in this room. When it comes to no weapons, like a street fight, I'm not worried. I guess the only time I would be worried is like in a boxing ring where you can't grab and getting tired out.
Yeah, you're a big motherfucker.
Yeah, big boys get tired. They get winded.
Yeah, like if the fight lasts, a minute and a half, or the fight goes to like kind of a stalemate where, we're just fighting position, but we're resting for a little bit. I could.
Have you seen
tough it out,
these?
But if the fight is going on for fucking 5 minutes, 10 minutes, there's no fucking way.
Have you seen these slap videos, like the Slap Boxing Network or whatever the fuck? I saw a video yesterday where the guy's face literally became like disjointed and peeled back. His eye, like it was so horrific. The fact that they have this slap thing, it's like, aren't you dislocating like your eye socket, your eyeball? You're causing permanent damage. It's insane.
It's really dumb because the way that they're hitting and what they're hitting with is basically a palm heel
Yeah,
strike.
it's insane.
They're not slapping each other. They're hitting each other with them. Yeah, it's not a slap. It should be.
How can they do this? This is like, it's insane.
That would be more.
If it was fingers only, nobody would.
What's the reason? Why are they doing it?
Box. In America, they slap each other.
Could you imagine thinking you got a career in that sport? You got like one chance, one shot to survive. It's the dumbest shit and cringiest, craziest. The thing is, it's monetizing, and people can't turn down the money. They'd like to have the permanent damage on one side of their face. It's insane.
Well, I've seen those videos before. The thing is, though, is that they have their chin up, which in boxing, you generally, it's like you're holding a towel to your chest. You don't put your chin up out there, but it's in a way where there's not much you could do, even training your neck to take that. Like your head's gonna wobble, and it's gonna cause your brain to rattle back and forth in your head. So it's just like it's either like you're gonna get a concussive or subconcussive blow, regardless, which is kind of just stupid.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's not just the fingertips; it's the whole hand. So, anyways, this is a show about fucking bodily mutilation. It's really what it, because at least in grappling, it's full body. So like this, I cannot believe that this shit is even real.
If you do it long enough, I guess you go find a left-handed slapper to fix the other side of your face up.
And the other thing too is that this is well known in like boxing and MMA. Once you get your first concussion, it's easier for you to get each subsequent concussion. So like that you can get people that used to have good chins, and then it goes away.
How many concussions have you gotten, Pepper?
That I know of, I mean, I don't know.
Click the link above. Those are the top 10 power slaps. And if you just think about the fact that these people are exchanging money for their health, and that the ramifications of these slaps is so severe that there is no way that they do not have permanent damage. I mean, you're talking about your fucking eye. Like, you're talking about a very sensitive part of you're talking about brain damage, and it's just unbelievable.
Is this the origin of cauliflower ears?
No, those are wrestlers who have their ears tugged on, from grappling on the ground. But this power slap shit is like next level stupid. It's unbelievable.
I have a cauliflower ear now.
But it's like $1 billion business, and I don't think it'll ever stop. But honestly, like, how can they allow this to persist as a sport? Imagine like going through college and being like, man, I've always wanted to be in power slap. You get into power slap next time, you throw your whole life down the drain because you just had your fucking head bashed in.
I'm guessing with the face slapping competitions, I'm guessing they have like weight limits, because that just the physics alone.
No, they've got the video that just went viral where like literally his face collapsed in and like shifted. It's a very horrific video. I'll see if I can find it.
I mean, if somebody like Shaquille O'Neal bitch slapped as hard as he could, like a 5'5", like 120 pound.
They have a heavyweight division.
Smacking him to the ground.
Look at the Power Slap YouTube channel. Like they have heavyweight division. It's just shocking. I can't believe YouTube even allows it. Like, I'm surprised it's not a violation of their terms of service, because it's, imagine, have you seen the amateur MMA boxing channel where like there's like some fighting pit in Georgia or something? Do you know which one that is?
Are you talking about like an outdoor one?
Yeah, it's an outdoor one. It's very popular. It's got millions
the
of subscribers.
original Kimbo Slice videos.
Basically, it could be the same producer, but anyways, I'm just saying that there are these like WWE, WCW like things that are like small businesses, but damn, I mean, it's intense. I didn't know, but there's like a women's division, and they got hot chicks doing it too. That's pretty amazing.
It's also, I wonder why, like legit fencing hasn't ever become a thing. Like not the gay ass like non-pointy bullshit like Olympic fencing, but like no. First 1 to 3 cuts wins fencing.
No, the MMA medieval night fighting videos. Have you ever seen those? They're like I think they're filmed in Europe.
The
Yeah.
European martial arts stuff.
That shit is amazingly violent and wild. And it's like, how do people not get hurt when you're slamming a fucking axe down on somebody's back? And it's like a real fucking, metal axe. I mean, those, and then they have like 3-on-3 or like 12-on 12. Those fucking medieval whatever that is, those are fucking amazing videos.
Yeah, if you look though, if you and yes, they are going full contact. They're going full bore. The armor is very articulated, like it's very well made, the way later armor was. But they are not going full bore. Like when they get down on the ground grappling and they pull out the dirks and daggers, they're not like stabbing into each other's necks through the mail. Because that could fucking kill someone.
Right, I know. They're not trying to gut each other's throats. They're just power slamming each other.
They are swinging a fucking halberd like right down on somebody's head though.
No, I don't know how they walk out of there and not have serious injuries from those fights because there's so much fucking power in that.
Buddy, it's called fucking steel plate armor.
I know, but there's sometimes they get hit, in soft spots where you're like, what the fuck? And not only that, but they're doing jujitsu and knee kicks and elbows to the face. Like, they're just amazing fight videos. Anyways, I'm just saying the power slap thing to me is beyond belief.
Imagine one of those guys, armored up and trained the way he is, against like 5 dudes wearing rags with like little hammers and axes. And then you have a medieval knight collecting taxes.
Yeah, it would be cool to get in a time machine and go back to like medieval times and like see how they entertain themselves with jousts and or even Rome. I mean, to be in the Colosseum and to see, 30 people get eaten by lions and like major gladiatorial fights with like multi-millionaire gladiators.
HBO is a thing that exists.
No, I know. I love that that HBO series is one of my favorite. The Rome on HBO. That fucking series is with Caesar and the 13.
Did
like
you
that
watch
was amazing.
Spartacus on Stars?
I saw some of it, but there was something about that? Like, didn't that guy also die like very young?
I think like the first actor died of cancer.
Yeah.
So they had to swap actors,
Uh,
and it kind of fucked up the.
How the hell did he die of cancer? He looks so healthy.
I know, but that's why I think even Patrick Swayze.
Cancer, man.
Yeah. What about Patrick Swayze? That's the biggest one.
Fucking class, learn about how not to violate motherfuckers' rights.
Teach him how to do the shoulder separation.
Oh well, that's not a violation. That's totally good.
I know. That's why you should teach them how to do the shoulder separation.
Yeah, then maybe we won't like suffocate people to death. They won't give up their hands.
Okay, this has been another exciting episode of Low IQ Dumb People. English is a second language. Talk nothing. Waste time for non-native English speakers looking to learn English. Thank you all very little right now. That's what I call an Irish goodbye.